Have you juiced?
Juiced?
Yeah.
No.
You never stuck a needle in your ass?
Did you?
I've never taken this steroid.
Billy, Billy, we had to talk to
Billy,
you about
why
lying.
are you
I got
blushing?
the back
Liar.
pimples.
Is this
I
a
just
running
take the
joke?
steroids.
No, because he's a liar.
Liar.
You
What?
definitely juiced.
The way you
When
answer
do I
that too.
look like I would have juiced?
When he just asked, have you ever juiced? You go, juiced?
No, and then he goes, "Did you?" Like, no, bro, I just asked you.
The funny thing,
On today's Pardon My Take, we have our good friends Ryan Whitney and Paul Bissonnette in studio talking about everything. Not as much NHL, some good NHL stuff, but it's not the full preview that we did a week ago. It's good to have them in studio. We're also going to talk Monday Night Football. College football playoffs are set. Hot seat, cool throne, and we're going to do some FAQs. FAQs. Listener FAQs. It's all brought to you by our friends at Roman. Do you want a better sex life? If so, you're not alone. Up to 50% of men have symptoms that get in the way of wanting or enjoying sex, but Roman is here to help. Roman is the digital health clinic for men. Roman addresses a variety of sexual health needs for men. Roman offers genuine medication that helps achieve and maintain a strong erection. Roman offers a discreet wipes that help you last 4 times longer in bed. Roman does it all for you. In men with low T, getting testosterone levels back to normal can help increase your libido. At Roman, there are no waiting rooms and no hassle. It's straightforward digital experience from the comfort of your home. If medication or testing is appropriate, Roman will send it directly to your door. Everything arrives in discreet packaging with free 2-day shipping. Roman is here to help you be a guy. And to learn more about how you can achieve your personal sexual health goals, go to ro.co/take. That's ro.co/take today to get 20% off your entire first order. That's ro.co/take. Check it out now. Roman will help you, whatever it may be. There's many different things that can happen in the bedroom. Roman will help you with all those things, and they will deliver it straight to your door in discreet packaging. ro.co/take. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Roman. Go check out Roman right now, ro.co/take. Today is Wednesday, December 7th, and just when you think Tom Brady is dead, he's back.
He was dead last night too.
He was so dead.
The Bucks were in my doghouse. I was going to give up watching Bucks football for the rest of the year.
Well, every game's the same.
They're so bad.
I don't know if this is just because I feel like I actually had the Saints last night. Thankfully, I've come around. Jake reminded us Tom Brady at night, past his bedtime, is what 2-12 now against the spread.
It's throwing the Bucks.
It's crazy. The Bucks just look slow. Like all their offense moves slowly. All their offense is just short passes, like for 4-yard gains where the guy is moving slowly and then gets absolutely brutally tackled, and it's just boring to watch. And then they came back and won, and it was Tom Brady like, oh, he did it again. Tom Brady will never die.
It was Tom Brady did it again. It was also that the Saints absolutely blew it. They blew it in so many different ways that they invented new ways to blow it. I've never seen a running back do what Mark Ingram did. On that, was it a catch out of the backfield or a handoff? When he ran around the right side and he stepped out of bounds a full yard short of the first down marker, when he very easily could have just stepped across that first down marker.
Correct.
That probably would have put the game away, or they would have at least been able to bleed out a lot more clock at that point. And then on the third down right after that, they called a pass, which went incomplete, stopped the clock again. Tom Brady gets the ball back. And when Tom Brady got the ball back, when they were down 13 points, I think everybody in America did the math.
Yeah.
After he completed that first pass across the middle and said, wait a second, it feels like it's 30 points, but this is a 13-point deficit. Tom Brady's going to win this game.
And even when he got the ball back again, down 7 or down 6, like you knew he was going to win the game, but even still, the Bucks make it so painful. Like it's hard to watch. Like it's not like, oh, some incredible play happens and they win the game. It's like, oh, they get a few yards here, a few yards, on the sideline to the tight end. Oh, touchdown to Chris Godwin. Oh, it's coming back. Like it just everything is painful and hard to watch with the Bucs.
I do want to give credit to Brady on that one long pass in the fourth quarter. They threw to Mike Evans. It drew the pass interference. That was a good pass.
He's still
that should have been like a 50-yard touchdown catch or whatever. It was a good play by the defensive back to interfere with it because he was beat and there was nothing else that he could do at that point. But that was a good pass. Besides that one little instance, it was the most boring brand of Tom Brady that I think I've ever seen.
And his arm is still there. It's just that he doesn't trust his offensive line. And it's so apparent that he doesn't I think that's the difference is Tom Brady, if it were no hits on the quarterback, he would still be maybe the best quarterback in the NFL. But because he doesn't want to get hit, why would you if you're 45 years old and it's like, I don't want to fucking get smoked by these guys anymore. He will bail out of plays early or he won't stand in it as long. Like his arm is still there. His offensive line just sucks and you know it sucks. So he's dumping down constantly because he's like, I don't trust these guys.
Yeah, and so as much as we've talked about Tom Brady sucking in primetime, people forget Andy Dalton. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Like you like to always remind people.
Very nice guy.
Very nice guy. I think he's lost his last 9 primetime games.
I don't even put that game on him. Like that pass to Jarvis Landry, he should have caught that. That should have been a touchdown.
There were 2 drops that I think should have been touchdowns, and then Mark Ingram just not going for the first down for no reason whatsoever. That was tough to watch. I do have a conspiracy theory. Maybe it's not a conspiracy theory, but a theory as to why we're not getting our Jameis. I think the Saints know that they fucked up his injury when it happened. When they put him back in. And I think that they're trying to make sure that they're doing the right thing for his health on the back end of it. And they're like, we don't want to put you in harm's way anymore because we absolutely fucked you over when you had a pretty serious injury. Pain everywhere. Pain on my back, pain on my legs, pain everywhere. I think that they really fucked that up when they put him back into that game. And that's why I think that we're not getting James.
I like that theory.
They're afraid to play him right now.
Yeah. I like that theory. And it just sucks to watch Andy Dalton, Tom Brady, even Joe and Troy, I feel like we're a little punch drunk. They're like, this isn't that fun.
It was the least fun time that you could possibly have while watching Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Who they usually just like give a deep suck to whenever he's on TV.
Yes.
It was a painful game to watch. Yeah, it was bad. The only good part about that game, I would say, was we got treated to a brand new graphic on TV.
Sniffing around.
Instead of in the hunt, now we're calling all those teams sniffing around.
Yeah.
Listen, I love In the Hunt. I've always loved In the Hunt.
In the Hunt's the best.
But sniffing around is pretty damn good.
Well, it was.
I think I'm a sniffing
Joe
around
Buck
guy.
did a little bit of a rant a few weeks ago.
No, it was Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman during the Steelers-Colts game was like,
why do we
we've
call
been
it
doing
this?
this for this long.
Yeah.
Why is it still In the Hunt?
So they changed it.
Yes.
And can we come up with something different? And he's like sniffing around.
They fucking nailed it.
Yeah,
like
sniffing around.
Anytime you try to mess with a classic like the new Coke, you're usually going to screw it up. This, I think, is better. And it might just be because it's new, but I saw it, and every time I see sniffing around, I just smile.
I see. Obviously, they can't put swear. The perfect phrase for In the Hunt would just be shitty teams, but maybe.
Yeah.
That would be great to just have on the graph because that's really what they are. It's just you're a shitty team, but maybe.
Or just
who knows?
You never know.
Yeah. You never know.
Your power rankings are for.
That's pretty much it, though. Yeah. That's like all the teams that are in the hunt in December. Let's be honest. They're shitty teams, but maybe.
There should be an extra category of, you never know.
Yeah.
You're not mathematically eliminated yet.
Dude, you know who put a fright through my, a chilled through my spines when I was looking at this upcoming week? The Las Vegas Raiders are 5-7.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
They've
that.
won 3 in a row.
I didn't realize that, and they play the Rams on Thursday night. They are my pinky team. I would say there's a 0% chance they're winning the Super Bowl, but there's not a 0% chance they're not going to make the playoffs anymore.
Yeah.
They're in that. There's now a grouping of teams. It's the Lions, the Browns, the Steelers, and the Raiders, who, if you're a fan of any of those teams, you can essentially tell yourself, if we win out, we'll be in the playoff. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of a fun thing to do because you're all 5-7, so you could finish 10-7. You figure you'd make it.
You could make it, yeah. For sure. And on the NFC side of things, it's basically going to be a battle. There really shouldn't be that many teams sniffing around in the NFC because it's really just the Giants, the Commanders, and the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. I think 2 out of those 3 teams. The Lions, if they have to win out.
Yeah, they got to win out.
They got to win out.
Saying.
Put them in the category of not out of it yet.
Yeah, no, they are in the win out.
And then the Packers are in win out mode too.
Yeah.
You know what? The Packers got to run the table.
what will end up happening is the Lions will probably win out until they play the Packers Week 18, and the Packers will fuck the Lions.
Yep.
Because that will just be how it always works.
That's probably it.
Hank, what did you think about watching your guy, Tom Brady?
Thought he looked good. Won the game. Championship.
Winners win.
Winners win. Straight up. They don't cover, which is unfortunate, but they win.
Do you think that he'd be happier if he was back home?
Yeah. I think he wants.
San Francisco?
I think he
He's
wants
playing
to
them
be.
this week.
I think he wants to be back in New England.
I was going to say San Fran too because he met with Aaron Judge before the game.
Yeah,
and he said that he was recruiting him, that he gave him his best offer. I think that means that he was recruiting him to San Fran. Be a Giant.
No, the Yankees spring training facilities in Tampa.
No, he was definitely recruiting for the Giants.
it would be such a Tom Brady.
The town you grow up in, the sport you don't play in, like that's still your favorite team. Like he grew up a Giants fan, he's still a Giants fan. That's fine.
So he's pitching Aaron Judge to the Giants.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is where Tom Brady's going to play next season.
That would actually be electric.
I was saying,
I don't think it's going to happen. But
This is like Francesa.
him with
San
Shanahan.
Francisco Giants and New York Giants.
Him with Shanahan would be
which
great.
one? I was saying that how big of a power move would it be if they had lost last night? If Tom Brady was like, Bucks, just cut me.
That would
And
be
then
awesome.
just go sign with the 49ers?
Yeah.
He's like, Bucks,
Oh.
I got you a Super Bowl. Well, I mean, Hank, I was thinking to win a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Well,
Would you say that the 49ers might be in a better spot this
I
year?
guess.
the Patriots are still sniffing around.
Yeah, they are. But how, like, that would be the ultimate. He's the only guy who could ever pull it off. Just being like, cut me. You're off. Our offensive line sucks. I gave you guys a Super Bowl. Like, we sold out tickets. Just cut me. Let me go play for San Francisco, and I'll win a Super Bowl.
He could just say, like, I have been cut.
Yeah.
And then everybody else is under a spell in Tampa. They'd be like,
What a
oh,
power
yeah, I guess,
move that would be.
I guess we cut him.
If I was actually thinking about this, if Tom Brady goes to the 49ers next year, is he now a ring chaser?
Yeah.
Like, he's not because he won 6 rings in his original team.
It's different.
But isn't it kind of funny to be like, oh, the back portion of his
It's different
his
with
career is
Tampa,
a ring chaser.
because I feel
Kind
like,
of like Shaq.
I feel like people joined him in Tampa to chase rings.
yeah.
So like I wouldn't
But
say
if he
that
went to the 49ers, would he then be a ring chaser?
at that for that one instance. I would say I wouldn't call him going to Tampa a ring chasing move.
It's just a hilarious
In
concept.
fact,
because
he's net 0 rings
Yeah.
when he's been on the Tampa Bay
Yeah,
Buccaneers.
it's just a funny concept because Tom Brady's like the creator of rings. He's not a ring chaser; he creates
Yeah.
them. So it's like to have the idea that he would be a ring chaser at the end would be very funny.
I do like the idea of. Well, I mean, again, what we're doing right now is just imagining more people in Kyle Shanahan's system playing quarterback.
Yeah,
It's not going to be Baker. That's what I've heard.
No.
Now I've heard we're recording this before Baker's gone through waivers, but the first news that I saw today regarding that was Kyle Shanahan leaking word out that he was not interested in Baker.
Oh.
And then word came out later that Sean McVay was interested in Baker. I think that McVay just wants Baker to keep him away from Kyle.
Yes.
And Kyle's acting like, oh, I don't want this guy.
Yeah,
no,
no
I
way.
would. We're not even planning on picking him up off waivers.
Baker would be fun in Kyle Shannon's offense.
He would be very fun.
Yeah, I mean, that was Manziel. I was gonna say
Oh, John.
Kyle Shanahan was with the Browns,
Yes, well, it was.
but it was Johnny Manziel.
It was Johnny Manziel and RG3
Yes,
in
yes.
Cleveland. And RG3 said, I directly quote this, that would make too much sense.
Too much
for
sense.
RG3 to play out for the 49ers this season.
Wow, too much sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, other NFL news. The Titans GM got fired, John Robinson, middle of the season, first place team, pretty rare. Everyone is assuming it was because of A.J. Brown, which I know that's probably not the case, but it is.
It didn't help.
I mean, A.J. Brown just completely obliterating them, and it's John Robinson was like, yeah, we don't need A.J. Brown. We'll just trade him, and we'll draft a wide receiver. This will be fine. And then they get exposed, and he gets fired 2 days later. I'm going to say, yeah, you know what? That is exactly why he got fired.
I'm sure it's definitely part of the equation. Like the beatdown that he put on the Titans was significant enough where they probably got into at least an argument about it later.
They're like,
It was
didn't we used to have that
Yeah, it was
guy?
a point of discussion.
Yeah.
You could not ignore the fact that it was A.J. Brown that did that. But do the Titans really need a GM? Because I think Mike Vrabel just sees big people and he's like, just sign me the biggest player at each position that
Yeah.
you can find.
So just give me the guy who wants to be in a fist fight.
Yeah, just the largest. I want to have the heaviest team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be a cool metric to track.
Who's got the heaviest?
Who do you think has
I mean,
the heaviest team in the NFL?
That used to be a thing I would look at preseason for offensive lines because obviously that would if you just have like a bigger offensive line, it usually translated into having better run game and everything, just leaning on people.
I might try to work on a metric around that.
Heaviest. You got it, Billy? Someone definitely tracks it.
Yeah.
Heaviest team.
This is in the past 50 seasons.
Oh.
Okay.
And it's been the Ravens in the past 50 seasons.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The Ravens are...
Wait.
Every single year?
Because they don't have wide receivers
in
ever.
In 2004...
And Des Bryant was their wide receiver one.
Yeah.
A fucking tackle.
Okay, these guys are doing it by BMI.
And Patrick Ricard is a running back, and he weighs 310 pounds.
True.
Yeah,
right, keep looking at
Billy, that sounds like something, maybe a project for you, Billy.
Yeah, I'm on there.
You want a special project, Billy?
Yeah, I'll take the roster.
I would like
weights.
to see that.
Yeah, Billy.
I might be able to do this by the end of the show.
Okay.
Let's
all right.
We need to have a discussion about over-promising and
No.
Because Billy has it completely reversed.
Do not.
Like copy pasting.
No, you got it. You got it.
Yeah,
you got it.
definitely sounds easy.
All right, let's talk some college football while you do this, Billy. You got
this. A
this.
few minutes later.
Yeah. Game Time, exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Give the gift of an awesome experience this holiday season with Game Time. If you're nervous that your present won't arrive in time or simply forgot to holiday shop, Game Time gets tickets delivered to your phone and inbox instantly. Game Time has all the best tickets, and you'll get an awesome price on them. If you haven't given Game Time a shot yet, now's the time. We've been using Game Time all year for concerts, sporting events, everything. Download the Game Time app. Go to the account tab to create a login. Redeem code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time. Last minute tickets, the lowest price guaranteed with the Game Time app.
Shout out Game Time going tonight. Jimmy V Classic.
Oh, with the boys?
A boy.
Okay.
You and the boy.
Does this boy
Is
have a
Syracuse
name?
playing?
No, it's actually a sick doubleheader. It's Illinois, Texas, and Duke, Iowa.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Did you see my tweet about Syracuse last week?
Yeah,
I got
agree
a lot
with
of. Yeah, I got a lot of responses. Jim Boeheim
They haven't been good
completely torn
in 10
down
years.
that.
They've had good tournament runs, but they haven't been good in a
Yeah.
decade. Yeah,
And no one wants to say anything about it. No one
kind of crazy.
It was one of those random tweets that I sent out because I was just watching Syracuse get obliterated, and then like all the Syracuse people were like, finally someone who's not like someone outside of Syracuse is saying this.
Yeah.
It's weird. Jim Boeheim is.
They have not been
destroyed the
good
program.
except for the tournament, but that's good enough for some people.
You're just going to take out another legendary coach? Is that just your thing?
No, some
Your
people.
fetish?
I actually said a nice thing about Coach K in the tweet, Hank. I said as annoying as and narcissistic as Coach K's 1 year, retirement tour is, at least he didn't burn the whole program down like Jim Boeheim.
Some people that they get older, they just don't know when to let go of the wheel
Yeah,
and let
This
somebody
will be my
else
first time
somebody
seeing
else
Duke
take it over.
Or hit the brake.
Yeah.
Since the Final Four,
Mm-hmm.
the post-Coach K era.
What?
And
This will be
Oh,
my first time seeing them in person since,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Is he?
I mean, it's only like 6 games in, but yeah,
Is
I
he?
like it.
Is he still run the zone?
Jim
Yeah.
Boeheim?
Because he stopped. Well, he stopped a little bit last year. That's why I'm asking
they're
about
in
this
and out,
year.
but mostly.
Yeah.
But last year, you remember, like they actually steered away from it quite a bit. That pissed me off. If you're Jim
They beat Notre
Boeheim,
Dame on the road. They're 1-0 in their last
if you're
one.
Jim
Oh, wow.
Boeheim,
Well, they
and
played tonight against Oakland, so we'll see how that changes.
you have to go to your death running that 2-3 zone,
Yeah.
3-2 zone, whatever you want to call it, the hybrid.
All right, college football. We have our Final Four. I think they got it right. Would you agree, PFT? I would have loved for USC to be able to win that game Friday night. I do think that Caleb Williams getting hurt changed the whole course of that game. Utah was great in the second half, but I think they got it right. Ohio State sneaks in. Bama should not have been in. People were Nick Saban. We talked a little bit about this with Biz and Whitney. Nick Saban getting in front of the media and doing his tour where he was like, our team, ask everyone who they'd want to at least play. It's us. Who would Vegas have favored? The guy who never will talk about Vegas, who will never rat poison. He talks about rat poison constantly. He's up there saying his team is the most dangerous team. It was pathetic.
Yeah,
it was pathetic.
They got the top 4 right. I don't think anybody was really surprised by it. I want to know who asked Nick Saban to do that. It wasn't his idea.
No.
That's not a Nick Saban idea.
No.
They just basically said, "Hey Nick, do you mind putting in an extra 3 hours of work and just sucking up to the powers that be just in case?" And yeah, it was beneath him. It was beneath Nick Saban.
It was gross to watch.
To beg. I don't like that. I didn't like that image. I didn't like watching him on TV. I do think that it's the most obvious Final Four of all time.
Yeah.
I think they got it perfectly right.
And it's always The precedent has been set. They'll never take a 2-loss team over a 1-loss team. And TCU being in is going to be fun, different, purple. We've had purple since Washington.
Yep.
Pac-12's out for another, I think, 7th year in a row.
The Hypnotoad is back. I like that. Hypnotoad's fun. The TCU football account always has the best, weirdest videos that they put out. I don't know what kind of drugs they're taking, but I want some. They're incredible. So at least we'll have like one game of that to look forward to.
By the way, we're saving one question with the quarterback for Friday because I think it will be actually Max Duggan. So be ready for that. So that's why in person, because he got nominated for the Heisman, which we could talk about that as well. Hendon Hooker did get screwed.
He got fucked.
He got totally screwed.
He got fucked. They did Tennessee fans dirty on that one because if you've watched any Tennessee football and watched any Georgia football this year, one of those guys is very clearly a better quarterback than the other. Yes. Obviously, Stetson Bennett he's very good at what they ask him to do, and he's listen, when he first started playing quarterback at Georgia, I think everybody was like, okay, the second they get somebody else on campus, they'll replace this guy. Mm-hmm. Stetson Bennett has turned into a really good quarterback.
Yes, he's 25.
He's 25.
Do you know he's the same age as Lamar Jackson?
Is he? Yeah. Hendon Hooker's probably older than Lamar Jackson.
How crazy is that?
Because he's like a 6-year senior.
Is Hendon?
Yeah, because he was at Virginia Tech for a while, coming out of Greensboro, North Carolina, Stamey's Barbecue, and now he's I think 25 would be my guess.
He's 24. Hendon Hooker's 24.
Yeah, so we got some old heads, but it's fucked up what they did to Hendon. I think they are punishing him for tearing his ACL.
Yes.
And obviously, the loss against South Carolina, it wasn't good, but you can't blame Hendon for having his defense get 60 points hung on him or whatever it was.
Yes.
So he got fucked over on that one. But the committee got it right with the top 4. There's also been a lot of discourse regarding crying as a quarterback.
Oh yeah,
Duggan cried, and then Caleb Williams cried, and then Caleb Williams. Many people were saying he was taking a shot at Max Duggan with a tweet that he put out there about Max crying. And then he tried to backtrack it and say, no, I'm just saying that you guys aren't keeping that same energy when he cries as when I cry.
Well, I think that probably is true. It also probably has to do with the fact that, and Caleb Williams did this before every game. He would paint on his nails, fuck whatever team he's playing. Mm-hmm. It went viral before his game against Utah. It said, fuck Utah. There might be more reasons why the energy wasn't kept the same, but when fuck Utah is on your fingers and you cry, people are going to relish in it.
Yes, exactly.
They are. They just are.
Yep.
That's how it's going to work. So, but yeah, the finalists are what? It was Stroud, Max Duggan, Caleb Williams, who's going to win it, and Stetson. And Stetson, I just looked it up. He is the same age. Lamar Jackson is going into his 5th year in the NFL, and Stetson Bennett is still in college.
There should be one non-quarterback nominee every year.
I agree.
I don't know. That might be an old man take on my part, but listen, I know it's going to go to the quarterback that performs the best on the best team. That's generally where it's going to end up.
Blake Corum should have been on there.
Blake Corum, that he would have been a good addition. Bijan Robinson would have been an addition to it.
Yep. I agree. It should, because it does basically end up just being every single year just the quarterbacks. I mean, it's besides Caleb Williams who's going to win it. It's the quarterbacks of the Final Four.
Yeah,
exactly. How stupid is that?
Yeah, and I guess we can take this time to preview. We've got the Lowman Trophy for the nation's top fullback. Many people would say that's a more prestigious award.
Agreed.
Than the Heisman Trophy. The ballots are out right now for the nominees. I sent them out this week. The panel is esteemed as ever. We have Lorenzo Neal, John Kuhn, Mike Allstott, Hank Lockwood. We have Andy Staples on there, Anthony Sherman from the Chiefs, and Aaron Ripkowski, former Green Bay Packers fullback. We got a lot of guys that are voting. Oh, Alec Ingold from the Dolphins. So we're collecting the votes this week, and we've got a special announcement we'll be making later about when we're going to be doing the actual ceremony. But we do like to acknowledge the fullbacks of America
definitely
on this podcast. So I'm very excited to talk about that.
Yes, absolutely. The transfer portal makes no sense to me anymore. Everyone's in the transfer portal.
JT Daniels is going to play for like 7 years.
It's every single player.
Yeah.
Every single player I feel like has been in the transfer portal. I can't keep up with it. Obviously, I saw like my guy Graham Mertz in the transfer portal. Then it was like a list of all these other guys. It's like, wait, is this even important? I don't know if it's bad, good, what's going on.
Honestly, like if I was a like above average talented college football player, I would do exactly what some of these guys are doing and just like travel the country for 5 years.
And you get if you can be good with multiple teams, you get like multiple like, hey, that's where I can go back and see people.
Yeah, exactly. I would play in every single Power 5 conference if I could.
And it's also like when you play, like Caleb, our colleague, is a perfect example. He played Division I football as Mitch's backup. He has so many connections in the sports world just from playing there because of all his coaches who then go other places. Like, I would just go to 5 different schools and just get connected everywhere.
Yeah, move around, see the country a little bit.
Yeah.
You're essentially getting paid to live in awesome college towns.
Yeah.
Why, if you're not going to go to the NFL and make a shitload of money immediately, if you're not going to be like a super high draft pick, then yeah, move around, have a good time.
Yeah.
Slovis is back in it.
Slovis is back in it.
He's moving around.
Yeah.
Who did I see? I just like the term transfer portal.
Yeah.
It's such a cool sounding thing to do. Like I want to enter a portal at some point in my life.
I'm in the portal. Did Anthony Richardson enter or no?
He's in the draft.
Yeah.
He's in the draft.
The ultimate portal. The job portal.
Okay.
Yeah, so
He's a stud.
Yeah. No, that'll be good.
You know what?
Once he learns how to read a pass option,
Yeah.
he's good.
I predict that somebody's going to ask him to work out as a tight end, and he's going to be like, "No,
Bill
I'm
Polian's
a quarterback."
gonna come.
And then everyone's going to be like, "Wait, are you really a quarterback though? Are you sure?"
Yeah. Hey, he might be good. He's raw.
He's raw.
He's got talent.
He's got a lot of talent. He's got a rocket arm.
And rocket legs.
Rocket legs. Yeah, did you see Keyshawn Butte is staying, which is crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for his senior year.
I thought he was going to come out last year.
Yeah, but it actually makes sense for him because the year didn't go great, and he's like, yeah, I'm staying. That's such a great feeling to have a guy who's like a really, really good player staying for an extra year in college sports. Like, holy shit, we get an extra year with this guy. I hope that actually ends up being part of the NIL is like guys who, you know, maybe they're draft stock. Maybe when they came as a freshman, they were supposed to be a first-round pick, had a couple bad years or tough years, end up being like 3 or 4 fourth-round pick. They're like, fuck it, I'll stay. I'll make money, and then hopefully my draft stock will go back up.
That's cool because it is like I've always seen it both ways where if you're the player yourself, you want to make money and you want to be sure that like you're not risking injury for nothing. So, yeah, by all means, go to the NFL. But it's also just cool to have guys that stick around on your campus and become like a face of your entire university that are there for like 4 years. That
exactly.
It builds up, people care more about the team if they recognize the guys.
It was also really funny because everyone expected him to leave. So he posted his whole message and it like was saying like there's unfinished business. And the first like 5 replies was like you're gonna be a Raider, bro. Like, good luck. Like all these because they didn't expect him to stay.
Yeah.
So they all were like, all right, man. Like, thanks for all you've done. Like, good luck in the draft. It's like,
but the
read
booty's
the actual
clapping back.
message.
I like that.
Yeah, read the actual message. Breaking news. Breaking news.
The Rams have claimed quarterback Baker Mayfield.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it makes sense because what are we gonna do? I'm telling you, like Sean McVay. The photographic memory that he's cursed with. If you saw, did you see that last play on Sunday? The interception that Wolford threw down the middle of the field? The fact that he has to remember that for the rest of his life, he experienced that on Sunday. He was like, fuck that. I'm not going out like this. Because that was maybe the worst pass that I've ever seen attempted at the NFL level.
Yes.
He put his entire body into it, tried to throw it 45 yards downfield, threw it about 20 yards downfield to a linebacker that didn't have anybody within 15 yards of him. So McVay's like, okay,
I need something new.
Give me Baker.
Wow, they're saying you might play Thursday.
I would be awesome. They shouldn't even let him look at a playbook. How fun would that game be? I mean, like, Thursday sucks. Raiders versus Rams sucks. What if McVay was like, we signed Baker, we're not going to give him the playbook, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's have fun.
Let's do it. And I also think Stafford might be done. He might be done for his career.
Yeah.
I think that like whatever injury he's suffered, the way that they've been
spinal cord is bad.
The way that they've been handling it has been really like hush hush and not giving any details. That leads me to believe that he's not in great shape right now.
And he's good. And guess what? Like, obviously, I hope he keeps playing. But if he has to retire because of a spinal cord injury, I think he's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Because people will be like, wow, he gave everything.
Yeah.
And his numbers, I mean, he's still got to probably play a few more years to be a Hall of Famer. But
well, with Baker, I'm not done believing in Baker Mayfield yet. This might be weird. He sucked. He sucked to the Panthers, but
I'll do one worse.
I like Baker.
I'll do one worse. I'm not done believing in Sam Darnold yet.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah.
I know.
That is worse.
I know. That's way worse.
That's way worse. No, but with Baker, like I like this for Baker. This went about as good as he could have hoped for.
Yes.
He went from getting benched behind Sam Darnold and P.J. Walker to now getting picked up by Sean McVay in the Rams and having Cooper Kupp on his team for next year if he sticks around. It might be dumb. It might be naive of me.
No, I'm with you, dude.
I'm buying Baker Mayfield.
I can't give up on these guys.
I'm buying it.
I mean, Mitch.
First overall pick.
We were talking about Mitch being on the 49ers. Could you imagine that?
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Be sick.
Soupy.
Yeah,
Soupy season. Oh, last thing about college football.
I literally just said I want Robert Griffin III on the San Francisco 49ers. We have problems giving up on people that we get attached to.
Yes. Last thing on college football, that Satterfield thing. So he's a coach of Louisville. He got hired at Cincinnati. They play in a bowl game together, and the bowl game is at Fenway Park, where the dimensions of the stadium only allow one sideline. So yeah, I don't think he probably won't coach either team.
Yeah,
but it's a very funny
He said
thing.
He's not attending.
Yeah, he won't attend.
Yeah.
But the fact that he went from one team to another, they're playing in a bowl game, and there's only one sideline is very funny.
That is very funny.
Yeah.
He's the guy that loves the airport in Louisville.
Yes,
that's going to be bittersweet when he flies out.
Yeah, he said the best thing about Louisville is 15 minutes away from the airport.
One last time hitting the road here.
That's one of those. I don't know if. Listen, I took Cincinnati's coach, so I'm trying to be nice, but you can always kind of judge a hire when like Scott Satterfield goes to Cincinnati, and a lot of Louisville fans were like, "Thank God."
Yeah.
Like, see you, dude.
They're pumped because they want to get Bobby Petrino back.
Yeah, which would be sick.
That would be, how amazing would that be? He rides in his motorcycle with a bitch on the back.
Oh, it'd be awesome. It would be fucking sick. All right, let's do hot seat, cool throw, and then we'll get to Biz and Wit. And reminder, we'll do one question with a quarterback on Friday's show. Hot seat, cool throw, brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. The holidays are on their way, and so are the festivities that come along with them. But in between the shindigs and socializing, it's important to pause and make time for the little moments, too. Take a second or two to chill this holiday season with Coors Light, the beer that's made to chill. And right now, you can enter for a chance to win a Coors Light Chill Holiday Kit. Stay tuned for details on how to enter. Take a break from the holiday hustle with Coors Light. Make time to chill this holiday season and reach for the beer that's made to chill and go to CoorsLight.com/PMT for your chance to win an exclusive chill holiday kit complete with sweatsuit, beanie, socks, and gift cards. No purchase necessary. Ends January 2nd, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Central. Must be legal resident of the 50 U.S. states, D.C., 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at Believe in Chill for entry instructions, odds, prizes, restrictions, etc. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Coors Light, the best beer ever created. Thank you to Coors Light. Hank, I don't like that hat.
The boys?
Yeah, it's Packers colors. You know that is.
It's a nice hat.
Is it not?
It is Packers colors.
Okay.
I just like the hat.
Okay.
Shout out to the boys. My hot seat is Ronaldo.
Yeah.
What a joke.
He got benched.
Yeah, big
also,
time.
we forgot to talk about USA on Sunday's show, but they lost.
They did.
We're out.
Wait, we did, didn't we?
No, not really.
Sunday's show, I'm just gonna apologize to everyone. I literally puked right after. I've never felt more sick while podcasting. Also, Billy, I did say AFC West, so I apologize to you. That was a poor performance from me. So
Hey, listen,
Poor performance from the U.S. soccer too. And Ronaldo.
I had Panama brain, so we were all banged up.
I was just so off the whole show, and like I puked my guts out after.
Brain.
It was bad.
Struggle.
So I would have bet my life that we had talked about it on Sunday. That's how off I was.
So yeah, U.S. lost to Netherlands. Netherlands is just a much better team. We would possess the ball for like 75% of the game. They would get it, go on a breakaway, and immediately get a chance. I did at points feel like I was a hockey fan, just yelling, "Shoot it!"
Yeah,
just shoot it. Just shoot the ball.
Very frustrating.
And like play defense.
We don't have any. Yeah. We don't have any strikers on the team.
Leaving guys wide open.
We need Pepe, El Tren. The train should have been on the team. That's what I have to say.
But yeah, then Ronaldo, my GOAT, got benched. People don't like Ronaldo. I don't understand.
He's a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, he just is bigger and taller and stronger than everyone. He just stands right next to the goal and just like goes like this. hook, goal,
And
goal,
you
goal,
get- he's-
just sweeping his leg, and then he demands to take every penalty. And they score 6 goals today, and he didn't play. He
No,
played
he
the
played
last
at the
20
end.
minutes.
Go time.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, but they're better without Ronaldo is the fact. Like they have not played this well.
He'll probably
With him in
leave.
the lineup.
He'll probably leave the squad.
He's going to do
Like
an-
he'll leave before the World Cup's over.
He's going to do an interview with Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
And then he's going to transfer to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And then they'll put Saudi Arabia back in and they'll win on PKs. Also, when Ronaldo
I'm rooting for Portugal.
when he steps up,
I hope they win the whole damn thing.
when he steps up to take
He
like
gets the
It won't be
game-winning
because
goal.
of Ronaldo.
No, he's gonna get the game-winning goal.
when
right
he
in your
takes
face.
a direct
Scored an
kick,
offsides
a lot
goal,
of times he'll
Yeah,
just
yeah.
stand there and he'll like lift his shorts up.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll just stand there waiting for people
Prima
to
donna.
take pictures of him because he's like, this is going to look so sweet on Instagram later.
Watch Messi highlights one time and tell me that's not just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, I think both can be true.
Okay.
Just
Oh, so
Ronaldo
you just
greater
decided this one time you're not going to take a side on a GOAT debate?
than. No, Ronaldo's the GOAT. Messi's great
No,
too.
he's not.
No,
he's
ne-
not.
No,
Ronaldo
neither
is-
one of
he's
those
not.
guys are the GOAT.
The
Maradona.
My cool throwing, I have a couple. First one's Brian Cashman. I'm sure Jake is thrilled. He's back. Yankees GM.
Oh, good.
Signed it for 4 years.
Nice.
So that's good. Probably help with the Aaron Boone negotiations.
That was probably really tough negotiations to get Brian Cashman to re-sign.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you want to keep your job? Yes. Where? How? How much? Okay, cool. I'm in.
What other offers do you think Brian Cashman had? Was he going to be go be a window washer somewhere and climb buildings
He would've
full
been
time?
He would have been on like Yes Network as an analyst probably.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, just being like, here's how I would have fucked up this negotiation.
Then my other cool throwing's Rough and Rowdy, Providence. Fucking
Yes.
Providence kid.
Yep.
Bobby Lang versus Pac-Man.
Pac-Man
2.
Jones, Grace O'Malley, the girl Susie from David Dobrik's vlogs. I don't know if anyone here watches
she
his
fighting
vlogs.
Grace?
She's fighting not Grace, but someone else.
I don't want to know who Grace is fighting, because Grace is gonna fucking put her in a coffin.
Girl from
I don't want to
Louisiana.
catch any feelings.
No feelings to be caught.
Right. I'm saying don't even tell me your name,
I won't.
because Grace is gonna
I
put
don't
her in
know
a
it.
coffin. Yeah.
But Rough and Rowdy, the last one in Providence it just feels right in Providence. A lot of massholes, a lot of people
Last
there.
one in Providence,
Very rowdy.
I sang the Canadian national anthem and got booed so hard I started laughing,
Yeah,
and just
it was-
people started chucking beers at me. It was one of the funniest moments ever.
It was extremely rowdy at the fucking dunk.
I was just getting booed, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was a very funny Rough and Rowdy. This one should be bigger and better because it's at the dunk this time.
Should I do it again? Should I do it in French?
Yeah, I think the girl Susie's fighting is a Canadian YouTuber. Yeah,
All right, so maybe I'll do it again and just get booed again and just start laughing.
yeah.
Fuck.
Friday night.
All right, PFT. What's your hot seat cool throne?
Well, hang on real quick, Big Cat.
Oh, we got
Per
another breaking
Adam
news?
Schefter, doctors concluded today
Oh.
that 49ers quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo does
Oh, yeah,
not
he
need
doesn't
foot
have live
surgery.
strength.
It is not a Well, no, this
Liz
is
Frank.
breaking news right now.
They were
It's like
examining him to see if he had
They
a
were-
Liz Frank or not.
I'm not gonna go
He
full.
could have a chance to return in 7 to 8 weeks, making him a potential playoff contributor.
It's a breaking meh.
Yeah, I saw it this morning that he was possibly didn't have Liz Frank.
Meh.
Like, okay, cool. So you're gonna just throw Jimmy G in, like in the NFC Championship game?
Yeah, they might.
Yeah, because that's like the 7 to 8 weeks. Now you're basically saying that Brock Purdy has won a playoff game, and then you're gonna put Jimmy G in?
Or Josh Johnson.
Yeah, I don't think so.
My hot seat is the Washington Nationals 2018 lineup. Because, congratulations, Max. Max signed Trey Turner,
Nice.
former Nat, maybe the best. I'd say he's a six-tool player. He's like invented a new tool. That's how good he is at everything. As Hank would say, running for power. He's also good at that. And sliding. That's his extra tool. So Trey Turner is now on the Phillies. That means I did look back and I looked it up. The 2018 Nationals had Max Scherzer, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Anthony Rendon, Juan Soto, Adam Eaton, Ryan Zimmerman, Howie Kendrick all on their team.
It's fun, right?
It's fun to see
I mean,
all those.
I did the same thing as you just a year earlier.
Now we did get a World Series out of it, which is all that you can hope for.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you look at that and you're like, that was a dynasty.
Yeah.
We had a dynasty on our team, but at least we got one World Series. My other hot seat is the Hall of Fame, the Baseball Hall of Fame, because Barry Bonds is not getting in again.
Yeah, but shout out to Crime Dog.
Yeah, Fred McGriff's getting in. That's pretty cool to see.
Love the Crime
Great
Dog.
name.
Great nickname.
But the Hall of Fame, I don't know. Every year that they don't let Barry Bonds in, it just makes me hate them more.
It's so stupid.
The best player in the history of the game, if he's not in your Hall of Fame. You know what? I vote Barry Bonds is the first member of the Pardon My Take Hall of Fame.
Okay. When are we opening it?
I don't know.
Okay.
A couple years.
All right.
We have to do construction on it, get some plans.
But yeah, he'll be the first.
We'll get him. You get a pizza party.
Yeah.
Barry.
Yeah.
Pizza party for Barry Bonds. Congratulations.
And you can come on the show.
Yep. Open invite.
Done.
Very cool. My cool throne is Qatar and the Emir because Donnie has our first video coming out at the end of the day today. As you're listening on Wednesday. So we're breaking it down into 2 separate videos of the trip over to Qatar. This one is about how Donnie got off on the wrong foot with the Emir. I had to come over there and save his ass. And so
which one has the crimes in it?
I think they both probably have crimes, but the second video has a crime that probably would have gotten me executed in Qatar. I broke a pretty big law.
Kissed him?
I broke a pretty big law. We held hands. Yeah. No, we did some things that I said I wouldn't do when I went over there. And then Donnie just so happened to be the one person that can talk me into doing these things. And so luckily we escaped Qatari airspace. It was an Argo situation where we were flying out, and once I left the airspace I was like, okay, thank God I'm leaving Qatar with my life. But you'll have to tune in and find out on Donnie's YouTube page. So be on the lookout for that.
Love it. All right, my hot seat is The Office. I don't know if you guys saw this trending all day, but Mindy Kaling, I guess, was interviewed, and she was like, yeah, The Office would have been, like, if they had The Office today, it would have been canceled because it's so edgy. And I don't really know what... Like, if The Office today was made today and it was canceled, like, then comedy just truly is dead.
Well, I think what she was getting at was...
she's right, though.
No, because the thing that The Office did really well... No, Hank.
They're dumb characters.
Yes, if the character... Like, if Michael Scott is doing something stupid, it's not like you're saying Michael Scott's a genius for being... like homophobic and racist and all that stuff.
It's like Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Always Sunny is like the worst people you could ever imagine.
But because
that's
you
what
know
they
they're
play.
You know that they're bad
I understand
people.
the concept of the show.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, you don't.
No, I do.
No, I think you think Michael Scott's a real person.
No, I don't think you understand.
You think the actual filming is real.
You root for Michael Scott.
Yeah, you do. You think that they're actually filming a documentary.
It's not. It has nothing to do with the show itself. It is with how people like react to things in today's day and age. But funny is fun.
All right, so if that's the case, then comedy is officially dead. Because The Office is funny.
I mean, Dave Chappelle gets canceled every day.
But then, and he's the most successful stand-up comedian in the world.
But
that's
also,
the point.
how would
it's
they,
like he says funny shit, and then everyone's like, "This is outrageous."
But then, how would
you know
say?
So he's not canceled. He's wildly successful.
But then, how would they?
But he's on a network TV show.
You don't need a network TV show.
But also,
but they
were on
a network TV show.
Peacock.
They just fucking put it on Patreon.
No, but Peacock literally invented Peacock because of The Office. Like that, the NBC streaming service, like the main driver was The Office.
I am understanding of how funny The Office is and how popular
I don't think you get it. I think you think it's a documentary.
No, I think
you actually think it's documentary. Those are real people.
So I think people would get offended.
All right,
despite the fact that it's comedy and it's a joke, people would get offended. They would have a lot of backlash towards NBC, and they would take it down.
Here's what would happen. You'd have a lot of people online that don't actually watch the show.
Right.
See a clip of it.
That's how it works.
And complain to NBC, and then everybody out there that watched it, which would be tens of millions of people, would be like, fuck you. We're keeping it on. And I think it would stay on. Like,
They canceled us.
The characters on the show.
That was funny.
Shout out Ziggs.
It was very funny.
Yeah. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. What the fuck? Am I like... What's going on?
What?
You guys are tripping me out.
Why?
I don't know. You're just...
PFT was the one who replied when I said I saw Ziggs. Shout out Ziggs.
Shout out Ziggs.
You don't remember Ziggs?
What the fuck? Yes, I remember Ziggs.
I don't remember Ziggs, bro.
Oh my God.
What if Ziggs got us canceled?
Was he a producer?
He was producer on PBT.
He's driving by me today when I was walking out of my apartment, and he's just like, Barstool Van Talk. I thought it was just like a fan, and I look, and he's like, Ziggs. I was like, whoa.
Ziggs
dude.
Ziggs will always be famous for the fact that we tried to do a segment with Dan Patrick where we lit him on fire in the back of the van, and we said the segment's going to be called En Fuego, and Ziggs was like, fellas, checked with the insurance, and you're not going to be able to light Dan Patrick on fire.
Yeah.
But the original Mincy.
Yeah. And he also, remember we went, and he was like, he like cornered Matthew Berry to ask him fantasy football questions.
Yeah.
And it was like, Ziggs, I don't think understands, but that dude like was ride or die, figured it out right away. Like, these guys are different. I like them.
Yeah.
Shout out Ziggs.
You know what? The Office would definitely be able to exist on TV now, but they might have to run like a disclaimer on it, like, attention, anyone at home that thinks that this is a real show, it's actually not.
Yeah,
These
for
are
any
actors.
Henry Lockwoods out there who think this is actually a documentary, like, you're not watching Cops.
Yeah.
So
the last episode, they did the whole thing on stage.
I'm sorry that this is like, we're breaking news to you that it's not a real show. Like, it's not an actual documentary.
Hey, Kaylee Anthony just got a TV show. I think The Office would be okay.
Casey Anthony?
Casey, well, it's about I choose to remember the victim in the situation.
Nice.
Not bleep out her name, please.
Yeah. Okay. All right. My cool throne is the Niners because the other thing that was trending today, I got my hot seat cool throne just from the trends, was Big Cock Brock. So I don't know. I don't know if this was a nickname he had before or like it just happened to start training today. But the best thing that can happen to a team is their backup coming in and having a huge cock and getting a nickname and then going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't even know if it doesn't matter if it's true or not.
No.
It rhymes.
Big Cock Brock. I think
all you
Kittle
really
might
need.
have had something to do with it because he tweeted BCB. So that might have been why it started. But either way, I feel like the Niners are now in good spot. Yeah, Kittle replied to one of his Instagrams, BCB. So I think that's where it started.
There's precedent for an NFC team being taken over by a quarterback with a tremendous hog to go on a playoff run.
It's written in the stars. He's got the nickname, so shout out to the Niners. They're probably going to win the Super Bowl just on that.
Billy, also look up a metric right now, like the quarterbacks with the biggest dicks. I feel like they're probably the best backups.
That's going to be harder data to pull.
What do you got for us on the weights?
I only was able to do the whole AFC. The Ravens are leading at 247 pounds. All the teams are usually around 242 pounds in that area.
What's the lightest team?
The lightest team in the AFC is 240 pounds, and it's the Bills. Which is weird.
They're going to get fatter as the weather gets colder.
It's really hard to pull all of that data from Pro Football Reference in the Showtime, but that's what I was able to get.
I also feel like offensive line is really all we need.
Yeah.
Because like the full roster doesn't really – like it depends on if you have backup offensive linemen or you have backup – you know what I mean?
Yeah, or the box.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just give us the box. Give us the weight of every box.
Yeah.
You got to pull that data real hard.
Yeah.
Regarding the box.
But here's my real hot seat. Bloggers, anyone who writes for a living. This new thing.
This, by the way, is Billy came over to my desk and was like, bro, my mind just got blown. And I was like, what? He's like, I'm saving it for hot seat cool throne. So he was kind of hypervent. It was almost the same as when is Hank doing a Be Real?
Hank's taking a picture of himself.
I was gonna say he was acting almost the same way when Hank found out The Office wasn't real.
Shut up.
No, there's this new program called Chat GPT.
Yeah,
which is an
I'm familiar with it.
Open AI app that recently just got released to the public, and this thing can basically write blogs. You can input.
Oh no!
Yep.
So you found someone to just do your job for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like this thing's gonna replace everything. So basically, I wrote a blog on it. Should be out, depending if the editors get it out.
Who wrote the blog?
Yeah, who wrote the blog, Billy?
I wrote 1,000 words of my own words, but there's a good 2,000 words of blogs I was just able to generate through typing in a couple keywords into the Chat GPT. So the first one it wrote is I said, write a blog describing Chat GPT, and it wrote 500 words on what Chat GPT is, and all of these questions I put in there. Like I put in a hypothetical situation about an orangutan escaping from the zoo and being chased by the police in Daytona Beach. And I told to write a 500-word blog out of 3 sentences of prompts, and it wrote a 500-word blog, like all on itself about the whole thing, even included some humor in it. It was pretty weird.
This is how Terminator starts.
So how are they stealing our data or something?
I'm sure there's tons of it.
It only has access to internet from 2021 before, but can't do anything like current. So when I said so there was a video.
Kanye West, good guy.
Yeah, I think he's a good guy.
Yeah.
So there was a video of Brock Bowers.
Queen Elizabeth. She's one of my favorites. She's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hang out with her next week.
But the only reason it can't do pre-2021 is because they won't let it. So like For example, there was
gotta
a
pay for
video.
that.
There was a video that came out about Brock Bowers. He was talking about how this SEC championship game celebration was better than the national championship because he got drug tested right after the game and he couldn't celebrate with his friends. So I input a little information on Brock Bowers and that situation, and they put together a 1,000-word blog on the whole thing. Like basically, it's wild.
That is
Okay,
wild.
so they won't let it write in 2022 because it probably get canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under today's standards.
Yeah, it's just
Got it.
insane that this thing. I'm definitely going to be using this because.
So
if you were-
I did use it. It didn't work out perfectly, but I asked Stathole Sports to use it for a recap for the Texans-Browns game because we didn't watch it. It was like barely even on Red Zone channel, and so we just had to like pick up highlights here or there. And this thing is pretty fucking good. So this is the recap. It wrote a Deshaun Watson and reporter dialogue after the game. Deshaun Watson, I plan on taking full responsibility for my actions and facing the consequences. I will also be seeking counseling and working on personal growth. I know that words are not enough and actions speak louder. I'm committed to doing the hard work to make things right. Reporter, Deshaun, what do you think this win means for the team moving forward? Deshaun, I think this win is a testament to the hard work and determination of the team. We never gave up, even when things weren't looking great. I believe that if we continue to work hard and support each other, we can have a successful season. All right, I have to go now. I have a massage appointment. Thank you for having me, and go Browns. And that's the computer wrote that.
No way.
I swear to God.
It made a massage joke?
Yes, it made a massage joke at the end of it.
If you're in high
Carlos
school or
Correa or
college,
Dansby Swanson?
Even better, more important.
Who?
Max just sent me this article.
Breaking news.
It's from Newsweek. Comedy Central, which I think you guys would agree is comedy, right? They should know, the difference between comedy and what's not comedy, cancel culture, etc. They recently stopped putting the Diversity Day episode of The Office in their rotation.
So one episode.
Interesting.
Did they cancel all of it?
But they can't. But it's comedy.
One episode.
The people should get that it's comedy.
one episode. That's probably that's the only episode I could see and be like, oh, that might be a little too
interesting.
And
No,
also
I just
Scott's
found
Tots,
that
just because
interesting.
Scott's Tots sucks.
Yeah.
I just hate that episode. Everybody hates
But
it.
I like it
it's
just 'cause of
comedy.
the song.
It's
Hey,
comedy.
Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Make
when
your dreams come true.
It's comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's comedy.
So why would they take it down?
Comedy Central is, come on. You don't think Comedy Central's woke?
Well, that everyone is now. That's the entire point.
Not
That's
everyone.
my entire.
Not pardon my take, baby.
What's your favorite racial
Fuck.
slur, Hank?
Say something,
Yeah,
Hank. Go.
come on. He's
Oh,
brave.
fuck.
Comedy's edgy.
Bleep that out, Max. Bleep out what he just said. That was too far.
That
was too far.
I haven't heard that word since.
Bleep that out.
That's usually found in books
Yeah.
from like the 1800s.
Yeah, that's like
That's
a
it.
95-year-old
Tom
guy
Sawyer's
kind of thing.
favorite word.
Yeah.
Jick.
Bleep that. That's a slur. Yeah.
What is that?
Magicians.
There-
It sounds very bad, but it's
Yeah.
for magicians.
Last thing on Chat GPT, this thing could absolutely write homework assignments if you're in high school or college.
Well, and blogs.
And
Yeah,
it could probably figure out which teams were the heaviest, hypothetically.
Yeah. Well, I'm pulling the data now.
Yeah, you're pulling it pretty hard.
It's Ravens.
I just can't believe that it made a joke.
That's weird.
I'm fucked.
Yeah. But it's scary because you could run a whole blog just using this AI machine to generate clicks in articles all day.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, instead of everyone who works at a blog here, if you like got these open AI guys to just make it look for top stories and then just pull them and generate blogs,
yeah.
it would.
There are enough words that we've spoken into microphones as a podcast that I'm pretty sure you could just run it through like a recording device, put like a robot AI behind it, and they could write an entire episode of Pardon My Take and play it using our voices. Deep fake.
Jeez.
All right, you're cool, throwing?
Coach O.
Oh, yeah, UNLV.
Yeah, Coach O, UNLV.
Is that true?
It's
He's a
rumors.
finalist.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my other cool throne, Goblin Mode, Oxford Word of the Year.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes. Goblin
Let's
mode.
go Goblin Mode.
I'm always I
Demon
live
time
life.
next year.
I live
Yeah.
goblin mode every day.
Yeah.
It's my constant.
All right. Wrap us up on the hot seat cool throne. Jake.
Yeah, my hot seat is fake videos. This could have been talked about on Monday, but Steph Curry had a viral fake video of making 5 consecutive full court shots, and there was
Did
a
you
lot
get
of
duped?
debate. Did not get duped.
I feel like you got duped.
I didn't get duped. Ravel
Hank
did,
got duped.
No, I was watching the video. You guys are fucking crazy. I was watching the video in the studio with you guys, and I said, "No way, this is real."
No, you went, "No way, this is real."
Oh my god.
5 in a row. If it was like 2 or 3, I would have bought it. But 5 in a row is insane.
Yeah, that was
It's the same guy Ari. He did all Tom Brady's videos. He's probably the greatest video editor
really
of
good
all time
editing.
because
he did Stephen Che's video last night.
that was terrible.
I just looked up. Coach O is not a finalist
No,
at UNLV. It's fake news.
what? Unnecessary Roughness tweeted it.
No, Coach O and Chris Peterson are not candidates. I saw those names. I was like, That's
our own. That's our own.
Some got duped. Unnecessary roughness got duped.
Damn, Big Cat
That
got
sucks. Well,
No,
I
but
think I would.
Brandon
I would
Walker
trust our
got-
own fucking sources.
I'm gonna say Brandon Walker got duped.
Coach O among the
Big Cat.
finalists. The Unnecessary Roughness tweeted out. What do you want me to say?
You got duped.
I don't think so. They're hiring Barry Odom from Arkansas. What was your cool throwing?
My cool thrown's free tickets. So Syracuse might be bad, but their rival Georgetown's giving away free tickets to the game against Siena if you're a DC resident on Wednesday.
That's tough.
And it's December.
Georgetown's really
They're
really
4-5.
falling on
They
some
have
hard
losses
times.
to American and Mount St. Mary's.
Great teams, great organizations.
Excuse me, Loyola Marymount, not
Oh.
Mount St. Mary's. But
Yeah, even better.
Mm.
It's tough. It's tough. Georgia, you need to get another. Is there another John Thompson out
They
there?
just need to give out
Pat's
free
feeling.
starter jackets to everyone.
Yeah, starter jackets,
Georgetown
or
starter
just
jackets.
whoever becomes the head coach should be the next John Thompson. Like how there's Uggas.
Yeah.
Like no matter who you are,
Just
you're
call
now
him
John Thompson the fifth, and you're the head coach of Georgetown.
free
Yes.
tickets to a D1 men's basketball game when you're in a big market like DC and you're Georgetown. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
mean,
great.
Georgia. The problem with Georgetown is it's a. I don't know. I don't know the exact enrollment figures, but there's not a lot of people that go there, so people only really care about it when they're good.
Yeah.
It's not big like it's not a huge alumni base, and all their famous alumni are busy committing war crimes. So, it's tough to get people to buy tickets.
But hey, they made the tournament last year, 2 years ago, right, Big Cat?
They did.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to Syracuse fans. Listen,
Some
I'm
of
on your side. I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Syracuse should be a good program every year.
Agreed.
And it is funny because when I did do that tweet to go full circle, someone was like, I just imagine Jim Boeheim like sitting in like a 16-year-old's living room at this point. It's like, yeah, that's not going to work. He probably falls asleep.
Well, his sons are AWLs, so we love
Shout
Buddy
out
and
his sons.
Jimmy.
I love
Yeah.
his sons. Jim Boeheim's a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah.
At some point, I would hope that Buddy and
Jimmy.
will tell me when I've passed it by.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you're not cutting it anymore.
Yeah.
It's time to hang it up.
Okay.
Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah.
One of the best
Season's
coaches
gonna
of all
turn around.
time.
I still have hope.
Yeah?
They beat Notre Dame on the road.
Okay. All right, let's get to Biz and Wit. It is brought to you by our friends at Simply Safe. Home should be where you and your family feel safest, especially over the holidays. This season, give yourself and your family the gift of peace and protection with the #1 rated home security system, Simply Safe. And right now, Simply Safe is offering PMT listeners 40% off a new security system. Here's why I love it. Simply Safe is a whole home security with advanced sensors for every room, window, and door, HD security cameras for inside and out, smarter ways to detect motion that alert you only when a threat is real, and even hazard sensors that detect fires, floods, and other threats to your home. 24/7 professional monitoring service costs under $1 a day, less than half the price of ADT's traditional professionally installed system. With a top-rated Simply Safe app, stay in complete control of your system anytime, anywhere, arm or disarm, unlock for a guest, access your cameras, or adjust system settings. Don't miss your chance for massive savings on my favorite security system. Get 40% off any new system at simplysafe.com/PMT. That's simplysafe.com/PMT. There's no safe like Simply Safe. simplysafe.com/PMT. And here is Biz and Wit. All right, we now welcome on our very good friends. It is Ryan Whitney, Paul Bissonnette, also RAs in the building. We ran out of mics, but maybe we get him saying something here and there. We got the Spittin Chiclets boys here.
Yeah, we're gonna do our NHL preview.
Yeah.
Again.
So really,
Yeah,
really
again.
excited to have you
25
guys
games
on.
into the season?
Well,
So-
I did one about 18 games.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they were trolling
Well,
you
we
about
figured
McDusty.
you guys being in studio, we might as well have you on because it's always fun. We don't even have to talk hockey. We could talk soccer that's going on right now. We're watching Spain.
Well, let's talk
Morocco.
about the big bet that Whit just described. The guy bet 90 $1,000.
I think he bet 90 grand for Morocco to get to the quarterfinals, and it's to win $1 million. And he was offered about 215 grand before this round of 16 game, and he didn't take it. So now this is a Chelsea player, Hakeem Ziyech.
Oh, right down the middle.
I love when they shoot it down the middle. This is great radio
It's
right now.
such a in your
Shoot
face.
it right down the middle and just know the goalie's going to jump left to right. It's pretty impressive.
I'm rooting for Spain to go home because I'm just bored with them. I'm bored with their weird style of play where they just pass. I think they had 1,000 completed passes today, and I don't think
no
they had
chances.
a single shot on target.
I don't like that they're wearing blue. They shouldn't be wearing blue.
That is awkward.
It's
That
so
is
stupid.
It's really
Would
weird.
you guys not agree? And somebody posted a video a couple days ago where sometimes they've done penalty kicks where you start about twice the length that they are right now from the goal, where you have to run towards
That's
the net.
the old MLS. That's what we were talking about before.
I think that's
how
how they
MLS
should,
used to do it.
Yeah, that's how they should do the penalty
So it's
kick.
like a breakaway instead of running into and kicking it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
because
then
it looks a lot sillier too, so you can have a lot of
I
laughs.
always thought that soccer, kind of like how hockey does it, how they change it with overtime. When you get to overtime of the World Cup, oh, wow, Spain sucks. When you get to overtime of the World Cup, you should just play every 5 minutes. You take the teams have to take a player off the field. So you could end up one-on-one with a goalie on a whole pitch. How sick would that be?
I think if you get yellow cards, it should be you're in the penalty box for 5 minutes.
yeah, then you come.
But
Yes,
think
I
about like
agree.
watching like 6-on-6 on this big of a field.
Did you
Like
see
you just keep
It'd
getting
be like
slowed down.
watching rugby sevens compared to normal rugby.
Yeah,
so a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, I agree. I think, or you could just make the goal bigger in overtime.
Yeah.
You bring in a second goal.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll make it even bigger. Did you
Two
see
balls.
The full
Did you see
length
the
of the
tweet?
full length of the end.
Yeah, no, yeah. The first person to get the ball over the end of the field, and also you're allowed to pick it up and then throw it forward, and then you can catch it and run with it, and you're allowed to tackle the other.
and then
guy.
add downs.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then they're down. So that's how they should do overtime.
What were you going to say, Whit? I want to talk to you about Georgia,
What a team.
your team.
What did I say about this team? I called exactly what was going to happen. They
You did.
crushed
He
Tennessee.
has called it.
I've called the
Exactly.
entire season, and they're going to crush Ohio State, and then they're going to crush Michigan, too, or TCU. I
Are
don't
you
know.
going to go, if it's Michigan, Georgia, will you be going to the national title with Dave?
I actually don't. I would love to. I don't. When would that be?
It's January like 9th.
Oh, yeah, I'm in.
It's in L.A.
Oh,
I know,
that's
that
tough.
part sucks.
That's
gross.
tough. That's
It's a
tough.
long flight, so you might not be in.
You know what? If I get the look, I'm probably going to be going. But it's amazing to see this team. I had a question for you two. Is there Stetson Bennett won't ever? He doesn't.
No, the fact
he
that he's a
play in the
Heisman finalist is crazy.
Will he even get drafted?
He's better than
I don't-
Baker
I don't think
Mayfield.
so.
I don't think he'll get drafted.
He's got a great career in front of him, just selling whatever he wants in the state of Georgia, being
Yes.
like the pitch man for life. But I don't think that I don't understand why he was put in as a finalist over Hendon Hooker. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense to me.
He would.
Spain has,
I mean,
Spain
being a
has
winner-
missed every single free kick so
They
far.
stink.
Yep.
If you
Yeah,
put
we moved on to real
the
football.
The
Oh,
Stetson
sorry.
Bennett argument, he's a good quarterback. Like, he's good. But if you could pick 20 quarterbacks in college football right now and put them on Georgia, and they would be
See,
undefeated.
I don't necessarily agree with that. And what's funny
Oh,
is
really?
I was the exact opposite last year. I was like, why is this guy playing? When they lost to Bama in the SEC title game, I was like, I don't understand, because who was the guy's name he ended up leaving? He was supposed to be like the big-time 5-star recruit. What was his name? He left Georgia last year.
JT Daniels?
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why don't they put this guy in? But if they understood that Bennett was somehow better for that team than JT Daniels, I don't know. Like, yeah, obviously there's some guys you bring in, but to say 20 guys, I don't
20
think
guys.
so. I don't
Bennett,
think so.
Bennett
guys.
is like
No.
he's the perfect
Yes.
game manager for that situation, and Georgia is such a good
Yeah,
talented
that's what I'm
team
saying.
where you don't need
Like Trent Dilfer.
Yeah,
Dilfer?
exactly. You don't necessarily.
But you would take more
you don't,
guys
You don't
than
need
him.
somebody that's going to like light it up. And Morocco goes down the middle, and Morocco advances,
Wins.
and he hits the
So
waddle.
that guy wins $500,000 or no, $1 million. What
Yeah,
a
that
fucking
guy wins.
bet.
What a bet that is.
What a bet too, to especially make that bet and like know that you don't even have to win it all.
I know. Just get
Just
win
get to
two.
the
Well, you got to
quarterfinal.
get out of your group, and their
Right.
group was tough. I'm so into the World Cup. I know we're going back and forth between football this, football that, each type of football. I love the World Cup. I'm so sad that in a couple days there's like 2 days between
know.
the
Yeah.
semis, because every day just 4 games. I don't care if you hate soccer. It's still interesting to watch.
I just wish it
international
was-
soccer is the absolute best. It's my favorite tournament, and I just stop whatever I'm doing every 4 years. And
I
they're
actually saw-
talking,
I just wish it
coming
was
to the
summer.
US.
I just wish
Yeah.
it was the summer. Summer is the World Cup time.
They're
like
talking
it's so
about-
much fun when it's in the summer.
I agree.
In this time of year, it's like there's so much shit going on.
They're talking about moving it to every 2 years. I think that'd be a big mistake.
No, I agree.
Because like
Yeah,
as
don't
much
do
as I
that.
love it, and they know that it'll make money, Having it every 4 years makes it special. I like the act of waiting for it.
It would be fun though every 2 years to get ourselves like pumped up, being like this is the year for U.S.
We were just talking about this on Chiclets last night. It's like people like I respect U.S. soccer fans. I was rooting for them, but they're so far. They have no chance. Like,
Thank you.
Give me one superstar playing in the Premier League or in Spain or France. Like, give me one guy.
My biggest. I root for the U.S. It does seem like they're better than they've ever been, but it
they're
also
still
is like
not
they
good.
still don't win. Like
Yeah.
like one of the results actually matter. Like they finish exactly where they are in the world. And then when everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we got a lot of young guys," you don't think Brazil's got a lot of young guys?
Yeah, but
like,
our young
Brazil's
guys,
probably got a
our
shitload
good
of
young guys are better than our youngest good guys have ever been in the past.
Right,
So,
but Brazil's
like,
young guys are
they're-
still going to be better
But
than
show
our
me
young
yeah,
guys.
one
yeah,
guy
yeah,
that
listen.
dominates
The
in
U.S.
Europe.
Well, I mean, Pulisic has been doing
He doesn't.
pretty good.
I'm a Chelsea fan. He
Is
doesn't.
that the guy who
dominate.
hurt his dick?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
hurt his dick.
Shit, man.
If he had a healthy dick, I think he finishes that one.
If that dick's healthy, he's crushing away.
Yeah, but no, I think like it's realistic to say that the U.S. will never be dominant ever in soccer because other countries, there's so many of them that just focus on soccer from
is he
a young
circumcised
age.
or does he have a covered wagon?
You should ask him that.
Biz is
like
a covered
sweater
one.
to
Maybe
sweater.
Yeah,
if
you're
it was
supposed
covered,
to be
if it was covered, maybe
circumcised.
it wouldn't have got hurt in the midst of the game, and
you
maybe
guys
he
have
wouldn't
like
have had to leave.
You guys have like a big group chat.
Aren't you supposed to be
It's a covered
circumcised?
wagon.
Covered
group
wagon?
chat, yeah. It's all French Canadians and then a bunch of NHL and soccer players.
Aren't you supposed to be circumcised?
What do you mean? I'm supposed to be.
Because you lost a bet?
I talked to my doctor and he said it wasn't a good idea. But every other bet that I've made on the podcast, I've followed through with.
No, there was another one, I believe.
No.
We got Grinelli in here that you didn't follow through with.
Well, then bring him in here.
All right. Well.
I do have I got a bone to pick with hockey. What's with the digital advertisement boards
Oh.
on the side of the rink?
Don't.
That's
hey,
a
it
that's a
doesn't-
poverty move.
Hey, it doesn't
Poverty
bother
league.
Wit, so don't worry about it.
It's
It's
such
so
a stupid
distracting.
argument.
Yeah.
It's so distracting.
It is distracting.
They said Hazy did have the argument the amount in revenue it brings in is probably the reason that they're not going to be paying escrow moving forward.
That's pretty good.
That along with the jersey ads.
Yeah, I don't mind the jersey ads. The digital boards when they like get in the way because the technology I don't think is perfect yet. So sometimes it covers up the puck and the players. And that to me, I'm like,
I think
got, like,
you're.
motion
I think you're
sickness.
proving you don't watch much hockey because
Correct.
Because if you watch like 2 games, you get used to it, and now nobody even notices.
What
it.
about the glowing
You're
puck?
a guy who watches
That's
one
probably why it
Capitals
still
game.
distracted me.
Yeah.
I only checked the box
Yeah.
scores.
Also, do they have it in your? I mean, you guys are playing like Hinkle Fieldhouse, right?
Shut the fuck up.
What?
Mullet Arena.
What?
The most electric
I mean, that
atmosphere
place.
in the National
what do
Hockey
you got,
League.
Cameron Indoor
3,000
Stadium.
people?
Yeah. Yeah, come sign with us.
How many
you can take
people are
down a few
actually in there?
sorority sisters.
Is it like a scene like in
Sig-
Hoosiers where
Sig-
they're like it's the
Sig-
same ice?
Sigma Phi. What do you? I don't know. Is that like a name of a?
Sure.
Sorority?
What is going? I mean, that thing is small.
It's 5,500 people, and they have a student section, and it's going to work for now.
I
Is it
love
sold
that
out?
student
Yeah,
section. That's
Does it
awesome.
sell out?
Most games,
Oh no! Oh, no.
You can just make
especially when we have an original 6 come to Arizona.
5,500.
When they get the Leafs there, they're just packed. It's all blue.
you
Yeah.
can make the case though. There's not a bad seat in the arena,
That's
but there
true.
actually might be.
Well, there is
there?
because they're cement benches with no back.
Okay, so there may be
no.
1 or 2 bad ones.
Yeah,
It's all right. It's intimate.
they pay my salary, so I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, no, you said it. It's a great place, great atmosphere. Are the Coyotes doing well?
They're playing. No, listen, they're not doing great in the standings, but they come to
would be
play
where it's
every
important.
night. Everybody wrote them off as basically being the worst team in the league, but they're competing, and they were close to 500 at one point, but a lot of 1-goal games.
Okay,
a lot
yeah.
of
They're the
1-goal
second
games.
to
They're real
worst team.
close.
They're
Yeah.
the second to last team.
If you bet
They're
them,
real young though.
if you bet them plus 1.5, you've been making a shit ton of money. Let's
All
put
right,
it that
there you
way.
go.
You guys are tanking for Bedard, right?
Yeah, but they won't give Arizona the first pick because they don't.
Blanks for Bedard is the hashtag.
Is he actually like worth the hype?
Yeah, I think we're looking at a.
So
future.
he's over 2 points a game right now in the Western Hockey League, and he's being touted as basically another McDavid. The argument is
Another best athlete, most dominant player in all of sports.
yeah. So he was a
So there's
double.
2 of those.
He was a double underage in the Western Hockey League.
They're
He's
both named Connor.
He's a traveling road
What are the
show.
odds?
Underage?
Traveling road
Wait,
show.
what's
at
a
this
double underage?
So I think when you're a first couple round draft pick or the first 2 picks of a team, you come in as a 16-year-old.
Okay.
But if you get special exemption status, and I want to say throughout the whole history of the CHL, maybe 10 to 15 players have been
I think he was the
exempt.
first in the WHL.
Maybe one of the first in the WHL, maybe the first. I don't know the exact stat, but right now he's over 2 points a game in the Western League. He hasn't gone a game without getting a point since the season started. He's a traveling road show. I have a buddy who lives in Victoria, and they average probably around 2,000 fans per game. He came to town. It was completely sold out. This Howe kid who actually plays on the team had a hat trick in the first. He had a hat trick in the second period. So everything is advertised. But the one argument is, and Rick Tocchet brought it up, and he was talking with Gretz. He said it's difficult, maybe being a little bit undersized, to be that guy who comes in and changes the face of a franchise.
What size is he?
He's very
about,
small.
I think he's
Patrick Kane?
5'7",
No, shorter
5'8".
than Patrick.
He
Kane.
He's like Messi.
But people, yeah,
I-
he looks like and plays like him.
The Messi of hockey.
He's
Okay.
the Messi of hockey,
But his
is the way
shot.
he's being touted as right now. And I think with the way that the game is changing, where it's all
Speed.
speed
Yep.
and skill, I think that he can come in and be that guy. I mean, you look at more small guys coming in and dominating. Braden Point's a great example. I mean, as far as his play, would you agree?
Yeah, I think that this kid is looking like he's probably going to be a better player, which is saying a lot. Braden Point's unreal, but everyone talks about his shot. His release is supposed to be just out of this world. So yeah, another Connor that's going to change the game. You're
Okay,
right.
Better than McDavid though. This
No,
guy, I think.
no.
He
No, I
has
think
him
he is.
listed
No.
as the same size as
I-
Kane.
I think he's going to be better than McDavid.
He looks shorter than Kane
Really?
in the videos I've seen, but who knows?
I have no idea. I've never seen him play at all. But based on what you're saying, I'm going to say I'm a Connor Bedard guy.
Okay, cool.
Over McDavid?
Well, because McDavid, like I checked the standings this morning because I knew Witt was coming in.
These guys are trolls.
He's their whole
And he's-
buddy. He's their whole team. I'm
The
convinced.
Oilers are 500,
Yeah,
and
he's
Connor
the most
McDavid
dominant
is
athlete.
in any sport in America,
Yeah.
according to Ryan Whitney.
with no rings.
Yeah, you guys, what'd you have? Mahomes as your answer?
Are they in the
How'd
playoffs right now?
How'd they do
Everybody
against
makes the
Bengals?
playoffs in
I think
the
the Oilers
NHL.
are in the playoffs right now.
Barely.
Okay,
I think they might be on the outside looking in
Really?
as a wild card.
no.
As a wild card.
No, they're in. They're
Yeah,
in
they're
right
in.
They
now.
are?
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, they're in the
guys.
fucking Pacific.
Big deal. How the
least-
freaking Coyotes doing in the Pacific?
We're what's
Shoot
the term
blanks
again?
for
We're shooting
Bedard.
blanks for Bedard,
Thanks
baby.
for Bedard. So, in
Yeah, we're
terms of like any, are there any tough guys, like any up and coming tough guys? Because I feel like the goons that we've had in the league have been around for a while. I've gotten very familiar with them, but like I want to know a young guy that I need to be rooting.
So there's this Jack guy with the Montreal Canadiens who everybody was raving about at the start of the season, and they call him his last name. If you Google it right now, they started calling him Wi-Fi. That's his nickname now because it looks like a Wi-Fi password. So that was a fun
Great
early-
nickname.
That
What's
was
his name?
Like you can't even spell it. Just write Wi-Fi Canadians.
Look at his last name and tell me how you would pronounce it.
All right, Wi-Fi.
Oh wait, no, we need Jake to do
Oh.
it. Jake to do it. Jake, you find it. I want to hear Jake's. Don't look up the actual pronunciation. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Arbor is his first name.
Yep, Arbor.
This is probably wrong, but I would guess Hikaj.
Well, it's close.
Silent
Jack
X.
Eye.
Jack Eye?
Jack-Eye?
Yeah.
Jack Eye?
So his name's Arbor Jack Eye, and then the boys call him Wi-Fi, which
That's
is
awesome.
an awesome nickname. But he's come in as a young. This kid was working at Costco last year. It's a crazy story. He's
Holy
playing
shit.
junior and like all of a sudden got invited to Canadians camp. He made the team, young defenseman, tough as shit. So he gave Zach Cassian a beating earlier this year, who's one of the tougher players in the league. And he's kind of taken on this, I would say he's like a fan favorite in Montreal, who's exceeded expectations. But I'm trying to think, when you ask tough guys in the league, that's how much the game's changed. If you can come into the league and play and also fight, it's like there's no one like that anymore.
Yeah.
Brady Tkachuk.
You become a unicorn.
Yep.
And,
Yeah,
I
He's
mean,
got a dirty
look
stash.
at. I mean,
It's
when
perfect
Tom
for
Wilson
this.
signed his contract, everyone was saying bad contract, bad contract. Like to find guys like him nowadays,
Nobody can do that,
Where,
yeah.
where
Yep.
back in the day, it was a dime a dozen, right? So the game has definitely changed, but I feel like it's making a little bit of an inkling back as far as the physicality and more scrapping. Because there was about 5 years ago, the media was getting too whiny.
Hockey- hockey
Every
media
time there
is
was
so
a hockey
painful.
hit, they were like, "Oh, NHL player safety! Like throw this guy out of the
But
league."
this is how all sports go. I mean, it's like the NFL right now. The NFL running the ball has become like a lot more successful. Like the
When it went
running
away for a
average is
while.
up,
Yeah.
passing average is down because teams are like, okay, if you're going to play too high safety and like keep everything in front of you and there's no one in the box, we're just going to run the ball. Like if teams are going to have a bunch of small guys that can get beat up, Like, why not
Well-
have some
well,
guys who can punish him?
Also, I'm sure if you talk to NFL defensive players, it's actually had to change the way they play with the hitting rules,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's made things a little bit more difficult, where I also think that definitely had its impact on the game of hockey, where, going back to the Scott Steven days, if you were a forward and you came through the middle of the ice, a defenseman was going to come from the other side, the weak side, and try to take your fucking head off. Where nowadays, if you do that, chances are if you make contact, you might be sitting for a few games. So to see those open ice hits are extremely rare in today's NHL game.
I think it's good that they cracked down a little bit on player safety, but then it went so far where people started taking like screenshots in slow-mo. Being like,
Slow-mo
look at this, he's
screenshots.
targeting his knee.
The slow-mo
Yeah.
screenshot might be the worst thing that's happened in all of sports. And you talk about football and hockey in particular. You can zoom these things in and go so slow, and then you actually see it in real time, like even on the ice level or field level, you're like, what the fuck? It's not even the same hit. So I love how they got rid of, and I don't like it how it cost guys jobs, but I love how they got rid of the fights that were planned out. The opening face-off.
That's when I got canned.
Two meatheads.
Thanks, Whit.
Yeah, well, no, like
Glad you had your guy.
And I'm calling them meatheads, which is incorrect. Great guys, some of the best people you play with, but guys squaring off for no reason. That was like causing bad, injuries, and you look at after CTE, all this stuff. But now it's like turned into the exact opposite, where if you get a fight, you're like, holy shit, you don't even see him anymore.
Yeah.
So I do think that if you can get more physicality in the game, it gives teams an advantage. So you are seeing teams try to get a little back towards that way, having mean guys on the ice.
So why were you in Detroit? What were you doing in Detroit?
Big
We
deal,
were
brewery.
doing a little
place.
big deal brew tour.
Yeah.
It's fun. We go to those cities around the NHL where we have our hardcore fan bases, and it's a good time. We went to this place called the Tin Roof. They had live music, and then you could walk over to their beautiful new rink, the Little Caesars.
Yep.
They built
Yeah.
an incredible stadium there. I mean, the Joe was the Joe, and it was a good time, but I mean, it was tough going in there. They didn't really have a great press box. That's where I spent most of my time, and they would have like awful towels in there. It was like trying to dry off with a garbage bag, for fuck's sake. So they did a complete revamp of the arena and everything that it has to offer.
What arena had the best towels?
Ooh, that's Whit, do you want to chime in here?
I don't even know. That's such a random question.
What was
Well, you were
the
talking
best
about the
you
bad
could-
ones.
yeah.
So, the best amenities.
Yeah, what
as
was
a player.
what was the arena you were most excited to play for, just because you knew that like the locker room and everything was so set up nicely?
I loved Minnesota's. I love the Excel Energy Center. Remember
Actually-
their locker room was huge. The visiting room was great.
I'm not great arena. I'm not just saying this because Big Cat's here, but
United Center.
United Center had
Yeah.
the best buffet.
Really?
Oh fuck!
For the healthy scratch.
The minute warm up was over, I'd be right over getting the buffet. I'd have like my gitch on still, and all the media
you guys
members
need
would
to
be
do like
"What
a
the
full rankings of like the entire NHL.
What's
The worst?
What's the spread like at the Coyotes place?
It's just
Oh,
like
delicious.
it's a college spread of blow and fucking.
yeah, woof.
What's the worst place? What's the worst place?
Oh my god! It's not. You should have seen Mellon Arena where I played for the Penguins. It was one of the worst. I mean, obviously that's not there.
Wait, was that the Igloo?
all the bad
Igloo.
the Igloo?
That was the Igloo?
Oh, the visiting room there was like a straight up like public rink in downtown Boston.
My first year in the
NBC rink.
NHL, I played out of the Igloo.
Yeah, the Van Damme movie was
The
there.
Islanders' old arena was horrible, but
Oh,
all
yeah.
those old
No,
ones.
but it
they're
was
kinda-
great because they had the best ice.
You know
grills.
what's a brutal visiting
really?
room?
Oh yeah, there's actually a story
You
of.
say Chicago and Dallas had the best ice girls.
no, he just said Long
no,
Island.
Long Island had good ones too. I remember that story there when the Penguins are in there. This is way before my time. I think it was a starting goalie, but he wasn't playing that night, and the backup goalie that night would stay where you came out, so you would not be on the bench. And he snuck off because that's where the ice girls would come out of, and he went back in the back and got a BJ from one of the ice girls in the midst of the game. I always want to say the other guy got pulled, and they were like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And he was in the back. And
It's like that Mickey Mantle letter
Yeah,
that he
the-
wrote where he's
the
like, I was going to
blowjob,
blow
yeah.
job underneath the bleachers.
well, there you go. Yeah,
his
they
favorite
had,
memory.
Well, Dallas Stars, they not only had the ice girls, which I would get a calendar signed by them every single year, but they would have the ones that would dance up on the podium. So they had the double dip. So they put them on the Jumbotron. They do the little dance routine, and then you'd smell them coming by the bench, probably to distract
Well,
us.
and they
it was
sat-
like
remember
the
they sat where
perfume
you
coming out of
walked
their
out?
tits, just like in Austin Powers. They just like hypnotize you. That's why they got so many home wins. I'd be there drooling with a fucking heart. I'd be trying to skate around out there with a hard on with no blood in my legs because it was all on my cock and my foresy.
I don't even know what to say after
Well,
that.
so
I
they-
was going to say, Billy, do you have a question for Wit or Biz?
So they used to have great ice girls at the Chicago games, but I want to say they stopped
Yep.
that because remember when they used to get the rockets to shoot between periods too?
Yep.
Oh.
And then they
Frank the Tank's
basically
doing it
have
now.
changed the whole thing. Yeah.
And
We can't have that
notice their
anymore.
team stinks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
no,
saying.
it's true. It's
Just
good.
saying.
You can see the. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Bring back misogyny.
Yeah.
Misogyny.
Is that what it's? That's not the word
That
I'm
was
looking
Deshaun
for.
Watson
Yeah.
that you try to do there.
Oh.
Misogyny.
He knows all the best towels.
What's the
in
word I
locker
was
rooms.
looking for?
Misogyny. You almost said it.
You kind of added like A-M-A-S.
You said it
I'm
like
French
massage.
Canadian for
You
fuck's
on me?
sakes. You guys always give it to me about my grammar. What's the other word I say that? Not
Organization?
Organization. How? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, your Canadian soccer team sucked. Did they even score a goal?
He
I
didn't even
don't
know
think
they
so.
were in the World Cup. I don't think.
But Henri was dapping us up when we lost 3 in a row. Who cares?
Well, that's
What?
cool.
He was in the hallway. Henri.
Yeah, Thierry
France?
Henry.
Henri.
Henri.
Oh, really?
I
can't
Yeah,
believe
where
I
is
have to
he?
teach how to speak French.
Thierry
too.
Henry.
Henri.
Where did you see him?
Oh, there was a clip online. He was like dabbing us up after the loss and consoling the whole country. So I
Oh.
thought that was a classy move. And I was a big fan of him.
Yeah.
Because I'm French, so I root for France as well.
He's a
And
good
they got a
player.
wagon in this World
They
Cup,
do.
don't they?
They do. Mbappe is like, he's a player that you see, I don't care what sport you watch, but you see him on the field and you're like, that guy is different from everybody else on the field.
Not like Connor McDavid is different from everybody
No,
else, but very
I
similar.
actually
if
think
you
that
put
the other
Mbappe,
guy.
if you put Mbappe on the Oilers right now, I think that they're in first place. Mm-hmm. He's that good
no,
at sports.
the Haaland guy from Norway, he might be even better. He's not even in the World Cup.
Yeah.
That guy is a freak.
How come you guys didn't ask Witt about his trip to Jamaica, man?
Oh yeah, I saw the dolphin video.
Unbelievable.
That was incredible.
Great
You were
experience.
you were right. What did
Yeah.
they pick you up?
The
two
Dolphins
of
came
them?
flying from behind and stuck a nose in each one of my arches in my feet. And next thing you know, the guy just said, "Keep your legs straight," and I did. And just all of a sudden, I'm just flying high. And I wish I tried to like balance it out, but in the end, I just kind of fell forward. It was unreal.
Were you not afraid the Dolphins are gonna like? I always think with
So I
those
was,
things,
but they're so nice and
Right.
smart, and like
But
they're better than humans.
don't
I
you
love
think,
dolphins.
like all those like pet the dolphins or like this like the monkeys or any of that.
I don't do
always,
that shit.
I always think in the back of my head like at some point this animal's gonna be like, this fucking sucks. Fuck all of you.
But
It's gonna happen
A monkey,
one day.
a monkey will rip your face off.
Right.
A dolphin can't really.
Oh, I
do
think
much.
dolphins get pissed too.
Yeah,
like
but
they're
what
like,
are they
yo,
gonna
I'm so
do?
sick of fucking lifting up this fat fucking guy.
Billy, what are your?
who's
What's
never
that
seen
face?
the sun before.
What are they gonna do? What's a dolphin gonna do?
Dolphins sometimes like assault people.
Yeah.
How?
They sexually assault people.
100%.
Oh, yeah,
I've
Biz
seen
said
the
that.
videos.
Biz said
I
that.
said, did one
Oh,
of them try to
remember the
plow your
dude?
wife?
No, it was my
Remember
son's birthday, so
Yeah.
luckily we didn't get fucked by a
At least,
dolphin.
at least she got the angry inch from somebody.
Can I bring up a little topic? I've long been a NBA hater.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Trey Young.
Yep.
Yeah.
Biz, did you see the story about this guy, the star on the Atlanta Hawks?
Okay, so I
This
saw
fucking asshole. This guy didn't go to the team's game. He didn't go to his team's game. There is not an NHL player in existence who just wouldn't show up for a game. It's so disrespectful and such a typical NBA move that people could say, oh, he hates the coach will treat him unfair. To not show up to your team's game is the biggest slap in the face to every teammate.
What was
you
the
have.
reason? Was he getting rest?
I don't even know.
Well, let's ask the sports guys with the number one sports podcast in the world.
I think he's got a shoulder, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're injured, but you just don't go to the game?
Upper
Well,
body
Kyrie
injury is
did
how
that,
I would
right?
explain
Oh,
it to you.
what a great guy to compare yourself to, Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie.
How would you guys have handled that in the locker room if somebody on your team had posted links to an anti-Semitic video?
Is that what Kyrie
I
did?
mean, Biz would have
This
just
is going to be the first time I've ever done this in my career.
yeah.
Next question.
Well, Biz
Yeah,
would have
I mean,
been like, let me
Retweet it.
interesting stuff. Yeah, let me see some more of that. No,
No, my
I
Butler.
feel like NBA, like, actually, it happens in the NFL. NFL's a little different because guys, once they're injured, they're pretty much out of it. But yeah, NBA guys will not sit on the sideline sometimes when they're hurt, not
No,
travel
yeah,
with the
but-
team.
But this was a home game, and not going the
Kyrie
sideline. But
did do
Maybe
that.
he was in the back with an ice girl.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
Was he in the arena?
No, he didn't even go to the game.
And that is a little crazy.
It's just such a dirtbag move
that
to
is
not
a
even
little
go and
crazy.
support your teammates. It's unbelievable. And it's like normal in that association. It drives me crazy. I did sit second row. Portnoy was giving me shit I wasn't front row.
I mean, he was front row.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. My
said he was on the
father-in-law
phone.
gave me these unbelievable tickets. He brought us. He wasn't even. His mom was trying to talk to him, and he's texting away like a prick. But I sat.
Oh,
second
you
row.
mean Dave's mom?
Yeah, I was amazed sitting up.
He was
up
doing.
close to how good
He was
these
working
guys-
customer service for his watch company.
Wait.
That's maybe he was busy trying to pay for those front row seats.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead, Biz. I want you to say that again because it got. Or sorry, Whit. Like that was.
No, sitting up close. It's pretty sick.
Okay, so the NBA is the one sport. Like if you sit front row of NBA, you realize more than any other sport, you're like, holy fuck, how big these guys are, how strong they are, how fast they are, how much they like. I got to sit front row for a Sixers game a couple years ago, watching Embiid close up.
Yeah,
He's
so
just a giant of a man.
I saw Luka.
Yeah,
And I think he had 48,
It's
maybe
crazy.
50. It's nuts. And they're being that tall and seeing how like smooth and athletic they move around. It was pretty impressive. Now, granted, there were a lot of flops and fucking like dive in, but still, it was nuts to see a couple dunks Tatum had that you're just like, what the fuck? Like the guy's 7 foot.
so you're
moving
now
around
an
like
NBA
that.
fan.
If I could sit second or first row.
What do courtside seats at an NBA game cost? Like a good team, like Boston Celtics.
Probably
Big dough, I think.
Yeah, probably. I would
Big
say like
dough.
a few thousand up to like. Well, if you're like center court,
Big
like
dough.
10, 15 grand.
You
I'd
think
have
for a
to
regular
guess.
season game?
If it was like the Celtics or the Knicks or the Lakers, maybe not that much.
Playoffs,
I mean,
playoffs, they're going for that. Though.
Yeah, that playoffs for sure.
I saw the Thunder last year. We're going for like $150 courtside.
Yeah, that's
That's
a little
more my
different. Let's
speed.
see. Why don't you
150
find
yeah,
us?
yeah, pretty cheap.
Find
That's
it
like
for
going to
us
a Coyotes
on Game Time app. Find us the courtside for the Knicks. Game Time app.
We're going to get back to Biz and Wit in a second. Before we do, they're brought to you by Omaha Steaks. The holidays are here. Achieve gifting greatness when you give the gift of perfectly aged, tender, and delicious Omaha steaks. The steak experts at Omaha Steaks have put together special curated gift packages to help you take the guesswork out of gifting and making you a holiday hero. It's always tough to shop for Dad. Dad's always the most difficult person on your Christmas list or holiday list to buy things for. Guess what? No man's going to turn down Omaha Steaks. You can send an assortment of mouth-watering favorites guaranteed to impress, like the legendary Butcher's Cut Filet Mignon, air-chilled boneless chicken, ultra-juicy burgers, and even easy-to-prepare comfort meals that are ready in a flash. I love Omaha Steaks. They send us a package every single year. It's always great. I like the New York strip. I like the fillets. And their burgers are legitimately the juiciest I've ever had. Omaha Steaks is ready to ship your order right now. So shop early and beat the shopping rush. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code PMT at checkout. Omaha Steaks is a gift from the heart, a gift that will be remembered with every unforgettable bite. Here's the best part. We're going to give you 50% off site-wide. I said that right. 50% off plus an extra $30 off your order. Your order will be complete with complete confidence, knowing that you're ordering the very best. Go to omahasteaks.com. 50% off site-wide, plus use promo code PMT at checkout to get the extra $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required, but go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code PMT at checkout. Get an extra $30 off your order in addition to the 50% off site-wide promo that they got going now. And now here is more Biz and Wit.
Billy, did you have a question for these guys?
I got a question for you. How are you taking all the Liver King stuff?
Yeah, it's sad.
Oh, did you believe him?
No, I never believed him.
Yeah, I
Eh.
don't think. Who did believe him?
A little bit.
We all wanted
It was like funny to think like this guy was living like a caveman, like avoiding Wi-Fi when he slept.
Six?
But yeah, he was definitely juicing.
Yeah. Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
No shit.
I don't record
Do
say
you,
that the
do you
whole
think
time.
it has affected his brand financially at all since this has happened?
Probably helped him.
Probably helped him.
He's definitely got more, like Rogan's talking about him, and that's like that whole conglomerate of people who sell supplements and stuff. So, but I don't think like anyone really like. Do you know what his brand was? even
No, I
before?
knew he was selling like liver pills and shit.
Yeah, liver's still healthy.
Have you juiced?
Juiced?
Yeah.
No.
You
never
never
did
stuck a
steroids?
needle in your ass?
Liar.
Did you?
I've never
No.
taken
Billy's
a
lying.
steroid.
Billy,
I-
Billy, we had to talk to you
Billy,
about
why
lying.
are you- why are you blushing?
I got the
Liar.
back
Is
pimples.
this
I
a
gotta
running
take a
joke?
steroid.
No, because he's a liar.
Liar.
You
What?
definitely juiced.
The way
When
you
would I-
answer
do I
that,
look
too,
like I would have
when
juiced?
when he just asked, have you ever juiced? You go, juiced?
No, and then he goes, "Did you?" Like,
Yeah.
no, bro, I just asked you.
The funny, the stupidest
When
part
would
about what
I-
Billy's doing right now is that he's admitted on the show that he's done it before.
No, I
and now he's like, no, I haven't.
Oh, really?
When have I ever?
You've
admitted
talked
to
about
it?
doing.
You
all
did
sorts
like
of weird
Winstrol. You
supplements.
did like
No.
creatine for sure.
Well, there's
at
like
least.
peptides. There's like
Oh,
BBC.
well,
There's like
He did inject peptides into my
I talked
body
about
too.
a time I was accidentally illegally doping during an NHL season, or at least in training camp in the summertime when I was taking this stuff
Jacked
called
up?
Jacked 3D.
Oh, dude,
oh yeah,
Jack
well
3D is the
everyone
best.
did Jack 3D.
I've gotten so many messages about these old school people saying that was the OG
It's the best.
pre-workout,
Yeah.
nothing ever compared to it. And I'll never forget Jans like saw it in my stall and he goes, "You're not taking this, are you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's awesome. Like, you get the little tingles
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
you go out and you're feeling all good." And he goes, "I'm pretty sure this is on the band's list." And sure enough, it was. So
There's
he-
So
method.
you never, like, how close were you
but
to
everybody that year got tested in training camp, and for whatever reason, I think I flew under the radar. But maybe I didn't have enough of it in my system. But that
Whoa.
would have
No,
been
they're like, this guy's going to the minors
Yeah.
anyways.
Well,
We don't need-
so the stuff in there that was illegal, it was
stop
like
making him good?
it was like no, but it was like a fake geranium extract that they had. It wasn't like
No, it's
it
meth.
wasn't a steroid.
It was
It was
meth.
And
DMAA.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What-
saying. That's the
meth?
geranium extract.
Dimethyl, like yeah. So, but
Billy,
the,
I know
the
what I'm talking
tingle-
about. That was the germanium extract that turned into the DMAA 1/6, and that flagged you positive for methamphetamines. It was
Yeah.
synthetic meth. It was
What-
awesome.
what-
But
Holy
this
shit.
tingle
Yeah.
you
stuff
just
is
went
legal.
full professor on us
The
there.
Yeah.
tingle stuff you can still do. That's totally legal. That makes you.
Oh
tingle.
yeah, it doesn't sound like a guy who's done steroids.
Beta alanine is like it's in all the pre-workouts.
Hey, wasn't the other one Ultimate Orange? Wasn't that a crazy one?
there was an Ultimate Orange one. Inno Explode
NO
was like
Explode
NO
was one I
that was the
used.
JV version
Yeah.
of it. But Jack 3D, if anybody out there, because I know some people hoarded it when they took it off the market because it killed a few guys or whatever. Some people,
whatever.
Yeah, they hoarded it. There were like 5 deaths in the span of
That's a
6
casual
months.
well, it was
It
it
was
was
the-
much-
anybody
It was
has
the Four
some.
Loko of pre-workout.
Yeah.
Send me some Jack 3D, please. I'm begging you.
I know we're talking about uppers, but do you ever think about the other side of it where I wish they still had Quaaludes around? Remember
Oh,
how
dude.
fun would a Quaalude
I think about
be?
that all the time.
Oh,
Like, just
ever
once.
since
You've
I
taken
saw
it?
that
No,
movie,
I've never taken one.
they
I
weren't
would
even
love to
around.
try
I don't
one.
think. Quaaludes.
Oh, RA has.
All right, grab the mic.
All right,
All
you
right,
jump
what-
in here.
What were,
Oh,
Quaaludes
shocker.
like?
I know
what
a
were
guy.
Quaaludes
Yeah.
like? What were they like?
Fucking zonked. You get wicked. I can hear him. You get wicked zonked. I mean, they like.
Like it's not cool to like do this stuff,
No,
but just
no.
one time to like try a
Yeah.
Quaalude.
Well, it's just it's like a prescription drug that just doesn't get made anymore. So it's like
Right.
what
it had to be
It-
bad.
I mean, it was
curiosity is like, huh? What's going on?
PFT was probably like 30 years ago. One of my buddies had him. He had a stash safe or whatever. I took one, and yeah, it just fucking completely zonked you.
What's
up.
the
Not
movie?
even
It's a
drinking
horse
booze.
tranquilizer.
yeah.
Yeah, it just
The-
knocks you out.
Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall
Wolf,
Street.
that's
yeah.
just like, oh my god, these
Yeah.
guys are like when he's like, I'm not dying sober,
RA
get
was
the
actually
lewds.
RA was actually a guinea pig for a company.
Which one?
Alright.
I don't
A
know.
bunch
You
of
want-
different
You
ones.
want to talk about it, RA?
No.
What? Wait, what were you a guinea pig for?
A pharmaceutical company.
Pfizer?
we all were.
yeah,
nice,
there you go,
Billy.
Billy.
Conspiracy
Put the
theory.
tinfoil hat on. Let's go, baby.
Nice one, Billy. All right, so wait, are you back to all the way back to football? Did you think that Alabama got screwed with?
No,
All right, so you're
no, I actually love how they got. I watched that game against Kansas State. For them to get in, it's the right thing. I think if they'd got blown out,
Yeah.
100% put Bama in. But the argument of people saying Bama's going to give Georgia or Michigan a better game, it's like that's not. I saw Brandon's thing. That's not what it's about. It's about how the season went. And yeah, TCU might get blown out. I hope they don't. I hope it's a good game, but. You can't let Alabama in when TCU has one loss, and it was the way it went down.
It was kind of pathetic watching Saban do that.
yeah.
Like
it
I was actually like
bad.
felt bad for him.
I
Like,
bet you-
dude. The dude pretends that Vegas doesn't exist, and he's out there being like, "Who would they have favored in a game?" It's like, really?
I think
you're
that,
doing this.
I think even he was sick to his stomach
Yeah.
doing it, but you're doing it for the your players. But it
Yeah.
was like I was like, this is like.
It
It's
also
like sad watching Nick
beneath
Saban out there
Saban.
begging people to put him in.
it also does the exact opposite, where it's like if you have to beg that way, it's like, well, clearly you're not.
You know you're not that good.
yeah, like
He should
if you
almost
don't-
went in reverse psychology.
Yeah, just been like,
saying,
oh,
we have
our
no
resume-
business
yeah,
being in
our
this
resume
top four.
speaks for itself.
And they're like, whoa, what's he saying? This is
Yeah.
Nick Saban.
Either
Yeah.
that or just be like, they don't want us in there anyway. So,
Yeah.
like,
Don't
there's no
put us
point in me
in.
begging because they know that we're just come in there and spoil it for everybody else.
I do. I'm not trying to sound like the Georgia homer, but I said back before the Tennessee game, they are the new Bama, where they'll crush both teams in this playoff, and it kind of makes it a little unenjoyable. They're so good. They're like an NFL team. They're just crushing everyone. They have all these 5-star recruits at every single position, and I love it being a Dogs fan.
Yeah,
it's a good time for it. I have a hockey question.
What's up?
So you guys were talking a couple weeks ago about what's going to happen with Kane.
Yes.
Maybe to Boston.
I can't stop thinking about where he's going. I bring it up every show.
Because the Rangers are now out because the Rangers suck.
The Rangers stink. They're not out. But it's like he controls where he wants to go, and so they just beat the Rangers, and the Blackhawks are terrible. So it's kind of like, why would I want to go there? Like I don't necessarily think they're contenders. He may think the same, but he's going to decide where he wants to go. Really.
And what do you think?
I said Boston just because I'd love to see it happen, and Boston's in their true final run this season.
Yeah, it's like the last.
Here's a wild card for you: the Kraken.
Ooh.
They're this. No,
I don't know. It's not a bad call.
Well, he's only got. This is the last year of his deal, correct?
Yes.
So it's you're there for 4 or 5 months, whatever it's going to be now, and I think that they have the salary cap space. That's what's so hard in the NHL is there's a hard cap. So all these good teams who are now making playoff runs, like if you look at Boston, they would have to trade away 2 significant pieces that they have in their lineup. Therefore, why would you want to mess up the chemistry of the team that's got you to this point already? They only have 3 losses on the whole year. So if you look at teams that do have available cap space, it's not many who are in a playoff position. I think the Kraken could be one that could pull it off. That's a complete wild card.
You know who was a good a possible scenario that Frankie Borelli and the Islanders. And if you remember back, I don't know, maybe it was 2009-10. I don't remember the season, but Ilya Kovalchuk, he was going to be a UFA in Atlanta, and it was very obvious they were going to trade him because he wasn't going to re-sign there. And everyone's like, where's he going? Where's he going? And boom, Lou Lamoriello with the Devils swooped in. Nobody even mentioned the Devils as an option. Well, now losing in Long Island, they have a team, they have a goalie that's literally good enough to win him a cup. You never know. Patrick Kane goes over there, plays with Barzal. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be crazy when it does go down. It's nuts to think about as a Blackhawks fan, I'm sure. It's just such an end of an era. I mean, he's the greatest Blackhawk of all time, correct?
I mean, I think he's the best American-born player.
Me too.
Yes.
Hands down.
And it's also like, I mean, it's already been kind of over for the last few years, but yeah, when he goes and Taves goes, I don't know what that will have. That's it. That's officially.
And it's shooting blanks for Bedard, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're probably going to get him because it's all rigged.
Well, and they've been stuck in that spot for the last 5 years where it's like you don't want to give up when you still have these guys. But if they were smart, they should have moved on a few years ago and started. Like, you can't do a half rebuild.
No.
They've been trying to do the half rebuild for so many years now where it's like, oh, we could just, if we fix this, do this, like we still have the core of this. It's like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah, but if you look back to the history of hockey, a lot of guys, especially with the way that he was in Chicago and his legacy, they like playing for one organization.
Yeah.
You look at the guys like Patrice Bergeron, like Crosby, Malkin, Letang.
But what I've said is I'll root for him wherever he goes because I want him. He's so much fun to root for in a playoff atmosphere. He's such a fucking clutch, big game player that it's going to be great to watch him play playoff hockey.
Yeah.
Like, just as a fan perspective.
If you had to guess another team that we haven't mentioned, where would you say he ends up? We've mentioned Boston.
These guys haven't
Long
won
Island.
one game of hockey.
I'm just going to say the name of
February.
a team.
Okay.
The Avs.
You know, it'd be fun for Kane.
Well, hey,
what do you think about that?
Here's what's not crazy about that.
Yeah.
So Gabriel Landeskog and now Nathan McKinnon are injured. I don't know how long they're going to be out for.
Thinking,
It seems like it's long-term. Shut up.
McKinnon's out. Get Kane in there.
What happens with the cap situation is they're allowed to put these guys on long-term IR. Therefore, bring in a big salary. So not out of question. And you could also do a 3-team trade where you can split the salary in half, because one team can retain salary, and then that second team, before he ends up at the location, then cut the salary in half again. So that's I don't think that's the craziest theory either.
I'll give you one.
So you're a hockey guy.
I'll give you one.
I'm a puck boy.
I'll give you one because he's matured. He's a father now. He might even be a father of 2, father of 1. What about Vegas?
They are also up
I don't know every
against the
team's cap situation.
Yeah.
But that'd be fun.
That would be real fun,
awesome.
actually. That's actually not that crazy, I don't think.
The Lightning?
This is a hockey podcast.
This is a hockey
now.
podcast.
We might as well just name all 32 teams.
What about the Panthers?
No, 31 because he's not staying with Chicago.
Yeah.
Coyotes?
Panthers have like no cap space.
When's the trade deadline?
Beginning of March.
I love how hockey does the no trades during Christmas thing. That's so funny.
They do a 3-day, I think.
I thought it was longer than that.
Is it? I remember
I
Brian.
think there's
I
a
thought that was
2 or
Brian
2
Burke
or
who
3 day
did that.
freeze.
Yeah, where no one can get moved.
Let them be with their family.
Yeah.
You know? Some things are
cool.
bigger
It's
than
just
sports.
it's very nice. Yeah.
Who's the second guy? If it's not Kane, who's like the next big name that could be on the move?
In free agency
Yeah.
right now, I would
Or
say
trade.
for defensemen right now, the biggest name is Jacob Chikrin, and he plays for the Coyotes. And the reason I say him is because he's got a pretty good cap hit, just over $4 million, and I think it's inevitable that he's going to move. And like we mentioned about the hard cap and teams finding it hard to squeeze guys in with what they're making, he's a valuable asset, and he also has another 2 years left on his deal at a good cap hit. So I would say that he's going to be a big name defenseman that moves at the close to the deadline.
Okay.
Other than that, Whit, I can't really think of any other big names. RA, can you hop in here? Do you know what?
What, for potential trade or free agent? I got a little
Big
confused.
name NHL free
Free
agents who are going to move near the deadline.
Our trade, yeah, like
yeah.
a trade.
Patrick Kane. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
He's not coming to Boston. I'll say that. I know that's
Why?
out there. I don't think he's coming.
Because if trading, you'd have to trade too many
no,
guys.
I just think where that originated,
It originated from me. It originated from me.
It would be tough if you're the best team in the league to try to add, because then you mess up maybe some nucleus stuff.
Patrick Kane's not messing up anything.
No, I'm just saying if you have to trade
Other
a
than
couple
a
guys.
cab driver's face.
Ah, come on.
Wow,
He was young. He was like
low
19,
blow.
bro.
That's
Low
a low blow.
He was 19.
Okay, well then fucking edit it out. I'm sorry.
No. wait. I didn't know you guys talked about incidents in cabs now. I thought that was off limits for Spittin Chiclets.
Oh, that's what you're bringing up. No, we never
Yeah.
even. We didn't.
Yeah,
Not, we
well,
didn't.
Biz,
We
you
didn't
need some
not.
help?
We
Need
did
some
not
help,
talk
Biz?
about that
We-
with
you need some
Ottawa.
help, Biz?
We talked about it.
No,
No.
no,
The story
way.
was
Pump the
the story was
brakes.
Portnoy wanted
You
us to
guys-
like
Exactly.
break the news.
Yeah, like,
You
I'm
guys
gonna-
didn't-
oh,
you
you want me
guys
to
didn't-
No,
fucking
dude, are you
blog?
gonna listen or no?
You gonna blog? You want me to blog
so
about
we
it?
do cab stories now.
No,
we do cab
we
stories
talked
now.
about. He wanted us to be breaking the news and talking about it the minute it happened.
Yeah.
We let things happen. Other insiders break the news. We chat about it on Chiclets once a week. So shut up. You're
And
uninformed.
Patrick Kane fucking punches one cab driver. You got to bring it up 15 years later.
That was Biz.
I mean, everybody's been in a cab with a guy that you've wanted to punch before.
I regret bringing it up. I do regret bringing it up.
Listen, he's a matured guy.
Oh, I know.
He's a
He's
different
completely
guy.
changed. He's completely changed.
different
I
guy.
know that. I know that.
He's
He
a
also
father.
chirped me in the preseason, or not the preseason, first game when they played against Colorado. But let's not get into it.
Oh yeah, he called Biz a clown.
Oh, that's good. You probably
called- and he didn't even use him by name.
I have Patrick Kane's back.
He
on
didn't
that
use him
one.
by name. He's like, that other clown you have up there.
Oh,
The reason
no.
it hurt so much is because he was right,
Yeah,
and that's why I brought up
The
the
truth
punch of the
hurts.
cab driver.
You had to you looked in the mirror and you're like, shit, I am a
No,
clown.
No.
Damn.
What do you got? Oh, RA's trying to French kiss me.
John Klingberg. That's a name that'll move.
Oh,
Okay, all right, got it.
Throw it
Okay.
out there.
John
There you go.
Klingberg.
There you go.
All right.
Anaheim Ducks.
All right,
Probably
you
got
have
in
one.
there.
I have one last question. Go ahead, Billy. You have a last question?
That was
Yeah,
Saturday.
I never got that question off. During warm-ups in NHL games, why do only two guys not wear their helmets?
So it's probably one of the cooler things that you used to get to do in the NHL. You were able to come up and realize you're in the NHL, and if you had good hair, which wasn't me, but you could go out, your flow's flying in the wind, and you just feel like an NHLer getting to experience no bucket warm-ups. What's happened is, when I was on Edmonton, Taylor Hall was skating around with no helmet, and unfortunately this guy, Corey Potter, a friend of mine, he kind of tripped on a puck. I don't remember exactly what happened, and stepped directly on Taylor Hall's forehead. I have the picture before surgery. You could see his skull. It was horrific, and I think he had about 50 to 60 stitches. Since then, the Edmonton Oilers made it mandatory where you have to wear a helmet. Other teams have done the same. Some teams still allow it, but the league came out about last week or 2 weeks ago and said, moving forward, it's completely banned. The only people who can do it were people grandfathered in who were in the league before today. So it's a really cool thing. I did it once in a while. I actually remember Max Talbot and myself, probably 5 months into our rookie season, we were playing pretty good, and we were like, all right, let's do it. And so we're flying around first time, and it feels amazing. It's unbelievable. Like, you're skating around, no helmet, and Michelle Terrian, our coach, he knocks on the bench, on the window at Mellon Arena, because you used to skate across the ice to leave the ice, and he's like, put your fucking helmets on, you two. So in the middle of warm up, put it on because we weren't old enough or veteran enough to do it. But now it's gone. But it was just a cool experience for guys that get to try it once, I think.
I like that.
So now there's going to be a new Craig McTavish, but the warm up version.
Yeah,
he was
the last guy.
Milwaukee. Have you guys ever talked to I'm sure that you have a player that played his entire career without wearing a helmet? Did he have the same sentiment where it was like it felt amazing out there being able to skate around?
Well, Craig McTavish he was the last player to not wear a helmet playing the NHL, and he'd be doing face-offs. They said he'd be headbutting guys with helmets on. They were like, "What the fuck? This guy doesn't even feel it." So,
all right, you could probably back me up on this. Was it Brad Marsh who we had come on the podcast and say that he at one point played without a helmet, and he ended up putting one on, and he felt that he was getting dinged and nicked up way more than he was when he wasn't wearing a helmet. So after one game of putting one on, he took it back off, and then he right back to normal, where he actually felt that he wasn't as susceptible to getting dinged up with sticks or whatever it was catching his head when he didn't have a head on.
That makes no sense.
No, it actually does. Where I
think
some
maybe
people
more
think,
guys notice you out there, and I don't know.
Some people think like there's more respect for each other when you don't have a helmet on. There might be less injuries. I know it sounds insane. I've heard people say that in football too, where it's insane to think that they wouldn't have a helmet on. It never happened, but you'd tackle different and it would probably be like somewhat safer. I know that sounds insane. Billy kind of agrees with me. I can tell. I don't know it's a good thing.
No, in boxing, headgear, you get hit differently. You're like the gloves don't bounce off your head as much when you have headgear on for boxing. So there's
maybe that's what I was thinking.
Wait, I would say maybe like the cage in college. Like guys have more balls in the cage. If there wasn't, they wouldn't be as fucking dickheads out there.
At first, when I heard that, I was like, that sounds insane. But I actually think that if you're an opponent and you're playing against a guy that's not wearing a helmet, you are probably going to be more careful with your own stick.
That's
the thing. It's like you don't want to kill a guy out there. So that actually it does make sense to me in a weird way. But I have to imagine that playing hockey without a helmet on was just terrifying.
Just warm-ups was sick.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the cold air through your hair.
Or if you're a goalie,
but then I saw a picture.
Mask.
I saw a picture of myself. Like they got the Getty Images people. So I saw a picture of myself in warm-ups with no helmet. And with like my ears and my terrible hair, I was like, that doesn't look as cool as I thought it looked.
But you felt cool.
Yeah, it felt cool. Exactly.
Yeah. All right, last question. Rowback question. Promo code TAKE. Use it. RHOBACK.com. Use promo code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, hoodies, polos, joggers. Last question. We've told you this, Whit. I think Biz knows. I think RA, you might know. Hank has still not gotten the number. He's not here right now, so I'm just gonna. My last question is, what number do you guys want to pick? We'll do one without him in the room.
I always go.
This is official.
And when does he owe you $5,000?
After January 1st.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah, he's done.
I'll take 19.
And we also did on Black Friday. We did a deal where we picked one listener that they get to guess now every time, and if they get it before Hank, he gets $5,000.
Let's do it this though, because I need to have action. If anyone hits their number right now, 100 from each guy.
69.
Okay, yeah,
100 from each guy. All right, you in?
Done.
Yeah, I don't
Done.
know, but sure.
17.
Well, we're picking a number.
Yeah.
Billy,
and
you
then if
in?
it gets pulled out.
Done.
I'm in.
100 from
Is
each
there
guy.
any number
Everyone-
1 to 100 that's not in there?
No.
No, they're all in there.
All in there.
So I'm not everyone doing it in this
100
room. Is
100
yeah,
100 a guy
100.
if you get
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
1,
This is fun.
2, 3, 4,
I'm in.
5. This is a $900 hit.
Yeah,
Let's go,
it's
boys.
$900.
19.
I'm going to go with my old pal Sidney Crosby, 87. Now, how long does that thing move around in there before it sucks one up?
What does that matter?
I mean, it's
About 7
Because
seconds.
87's at
Is
the
that how
top
you-
right
He just
now.
wanted to say sucks one up.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Well,
No,
because
we need
87's at the
everyone's
top.
numbers.
Biz, the one on the top's not going to go.
I'm going to change my number.
All right.
I got 12, my old hockey
12.
number.
All right.
Okay.
19 for Whitney. 12 for Biz.
24.
24 for RA.
18 and Sebastian
18.
has 76.
76. 20.
we're all real tightly grouped here.
3 for memes.
3 for memes. 69 for Billy.
Oh, you guys have your
Wait,
own
wait,
names?
wait. Sebastian, where's Sebastian? He can't. If you're not in the room, you're not.
No,
in.
actually, no. That he only can do it when Hank's in here. Anyway, so his will count for the
You
end
have
of
to
the
be
show.
in the room right now.
91.
I'll do
Wow.
17.
All right, let's go.
Sergei
Come on,
Fedorov?
19. Come on, I'll buy dinner tonight.
17 is the number Hank always picks. So
on.
this would be the best moment ever if I got 17.
Oh, 87 almost went up there a bit. Oh no, you took 12. 19. Oh, that's 61.
Oh, no! Oh,
We
it's
got
a
a jam.
respin.
We got a jam.
It's
We got a jam.
I've never seen a 3-ball jam.
That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
3-ball jam is crazy.
That thing could suck a golf ball through a garden hose, can it?
3-ball jam.
Come on, 19.
69.
Oh, 12 right there. 19 just got. What is that?
81.
What a bummer. Marion Hossa. Shit.
Legend.
Wait.
All right.
Yeah, 81.
Thank you, boys.
All right,
Everyone
guys.
listen to Spittin' Chiclets.
Love you guys.
Go Yotes.
Love you.
Love you guys. Biz and Wit are brought to you by Manscaped. 'Tis the season for clean balls. Fa la 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 la. Win this year's White Elephant gift and help all the men in your life go from eggnog to nice hog this December and save 20% off and free shipping by going to manscaped.com/PMT. Manscaped is a one-stop shop for all your holiday needs. They have the perfect gift in the Platinum Package 4.0, plus loads of little presents perfect for stocking stuffers. The package includes the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker, the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, body wash, deodorant, crop preserver, crop reviver, the travel bag, and you get the Manscaped boxers. Another great gift is the Shears 2.0, their full kit for nail care with scissors, clippers, tweezers, and a file for the traveling man. There's also the new Preserve Cologne that brings a light, breezy, woodsy feel and gives that fresh tree scent even after the holidays are over. Manscaped is awesome. You can use it in the shower. Save 20% off plus free shipping by going to manscaped.com/PMT. That's right, 20% off and free shipping going to manscaped.com/PMT. Manscaped for a perfect gift that will be the holidays' biggest hit. Biz and Wit, we're also brought to you by CrossCountry Mortgage. Marry the home, date the rate, and divorce the rent. CrossCountry Mortgage listens, understands, and communicates throughout the entire loan process. They provide more loan options tailored to your financial capabilities. They have innovative technology, focuses on what's important to fulfill your loan needs. They have faster closing times than the competition, stable monthly payments, and low to no down payments. Access your equity to use for larger expenses from debt consolidation to home renovations. See if you qualify today. Visit ccm.com/barstool now. CrossCountry Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029. All loans subject to underwriting approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Okay, let's wrap up with some FAQs. Henry.
It's FAQs, Hank. Not the other word that you were thinking of that you can't say on TV anymore in 2022.
I think that we should do maybe in the new year, maybe a full FAQ segment about Chicago because there's a lot of Chicago questions. But
You know why they call it the Windy City?
why?
It's not because of the wind.
Really?
It's because people are very blustery there originally.
Lot
That's
of
why they call
gas.
it. Yeah, people just like talk a lot and they're a bunch of windbags. That's why they called it the Windy City to begin with.
But
Fun
yeah,
fact.
we will. Well, that's a good call. Hit us with the FAQs, Hank.
Do you guys feel as awkward as I do when you're saying goodbye to a guest and it just goes back and forth too much and lasts too long? I've heard it cut off here and there, and it's probably unavoidable, but does it make it feel good when one just hits right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a clean dap when you're exiting like a Zoom call with somebody, and you're like, "All right, thanks for coming on. We'll see you later."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "All right, bye." And then that's why I love Jerry O'Connell.
Oh, he hangs up on us.
He closes it out, so there's no awkward
we didn't
goodbye.
even say thanks. He just hung up on us.
Yeah, it's great. I actually prefer that.
Yeah. No, it is a weird. It's a weird part of the job. It's just being like, all right, so thanks, cool, keep in touch. All right, cool.
And then sometimes you're on the line a little bit too long, and you hear Dak Prescott say, "They asked me about a porn star."
I don't like those. That didn't go well.
Hey, Big Cat, PFT, Cake, Honk, and Soft Hands Billy.
Oh.
I have a situation about Christmas presents. When you turn over the age of 20, should you still reciprocate gifts to family members and friends that are also that age? Spoiling younger family members and seeing their reactions to big gifts is the best. But when it comes to older family members, it always seems forced to do. Should I make the call to my family, never saying no gifts? Thanks.
I think what you can do is you can reach like an understanding with everybody ahead of time, and like say with the money that we would be spending on gifts for each other, let's just go out. Let's just like put it in a pile. We'll go out. We'll spend it at a bar one night.
Or it's like at some point you just like get them one nice thing. Like, here's a nice bottle of whiskey. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like it's not really some elaborate gift. It's just like I am acknowledging the season type of thing.
Yeah. Or one thing I like to, if you have something that you've bought for yourself that year, then just get that for somebody to be like, I got it for you because like I use this thing every day.
Yeah.
I love it, and you might like it too. I don't know.
Hey, fellas.
Hey.
Hypothetically, aliens come down to Earth to learn more about human culture. They listen to the 50-plus PMT episodes that come out during football season, but never watch 1 second of an actual football game. What would their perception of football look like? Do you think they would be able to understand how the game is really played, or would it be some warped part of my take version through the lens of your weird brains?
Ooh.
That's actually
Keep your chin up, Hank, against Slaughter Ball one day. I appreciate you guys.
No, you won't.
That's a good question though. They'd probably think that Josh Allen was like William Wallace. He's 10 feet tall,
Yeah.
and lightning bolts come out of his arse.
They also would I would love to see like them draw like Big Ben and Phil Rivers.
Yeah,
That would be very funny. Just like they probably, just like a bunch of idiots playing quarterback and coach.
yeah. Big Ben walking around with like a thermometer in his mouth and one of those fever things on his head, probably in a wheelchair.
I like this idea.
Yeah, that
What
is.
you got, Billy?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah. He's like 2 feet tall. Playing
just-
video games. He's got a Game Boy Switch in his helmet.
He's playing video games and crying.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
Last one.
Deshaun Watson is a pervert.
Yeah, he's just always coming.
Yeah.
his dick's,
everywhere.
His dick's just leak. He leaves a snail trail on the field when he's. That's why people can't catch up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brock Purdy.
Big Brock.
Looks like
big
he's carrying a.
Brock.
Yeah, he's like looks like he's got a baseball bat.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Hey, PMT, I work a public accounting job and I'm 23 and work around 45 to 50 hours a week. Busy season, January to March, we work 70-hour plus a week. What are the hours you would say you work in a given week compared to your busy time of the year?
Oh.
I know I'm young,
Question.
but I do
Okay.
value time as COVID wiped away half of my junior year and most of my senior year of college, and now I'm in the workplace for the next 50-plus years. Ugh. That's
All right, so this is a tricky question because there's parts of our job that I fully understand are like, for everyone else, it's their entertainment. But like watching sports at night, it's not like I'm sitting on my couch. I would be doing it anyway, but it is part of our job.
Yeah,
Does that
you'd
count?
You'd be punching in.
Yeah, like NFL Sunday, we watch all the games, but I'd probably be doing that even if I wasn't.
Right,
working.
No,
So the
but
qu-
you'd be drinking.
Yeah, you would
There's
be,
a
and
huge-
like,
that's
yeah,
huge
like on a
difference.
Tuesday night, I would be, like I wouldn't have to tweet while I'm watching a college basketball game. So if we do like actual, like anytime my brain is on in the fall, fuck, what's the max amount of hours?
You know what? I'm just gonna count like in the office. Let's just count because like Monday Night Football, watching that.
Okay.
I don't know if I can.
But then
claim
like
that.
on Saturdays when I do the college football show, like traveling.
Yeah, traveling that counts. Saturday is
All right, I'm going to give an estimate.
my day off.
I'm going to give
Is
an estimate.
tweeting work?
It can be.
All right.
No.
I'm gonna guess. Yeah, why are you asking that, Billy?
I'm just saying. Is it 20? Is it 24?
No, you have an angle.
like just staying on top of everything's 24/7.
If you tweet from the no.
I would
For
say
you, no.
70 hours a
Tweeting,
I
week.
wasn't
tweeting
saying-
from your personal account is not work.
70 hours
I
a
would
week. in the fall.
classify it as work. I do like research for some of my tweets.
Yeah, no, Jake, your tweet. Yes, you.
Yeah.
They do.
My tweets, no.
Billy's asking
tweets,
for some
no.
weird reason.
I'd say 70 hours a week. That doesn't really count like sitting at home watching games. 70 hours a week in the fall. But then it becomes a lot less. And I don't know if you guys have thought about it, but like I love football. But the idea that we
Same.
could come in at, 7 o'clock on a Sunday and be done in 2 hours, pretty nice when you think about how
Oh,
we
yeah.
can do that the rest of the year.
Dream come true.
My body's breaking down. This football season just takes a toll on me.
Mhm.
People who say mean things
I
to me
know.
online
I've been
about my
tweeting up a
skin.
storm.
Yeah, my hair's falling out. Probably from all the hours I've worked.
What was the
And all the
actual
stress.
tweet? Yeah, that's true. It's because of what we do for the people.
Mhm.
That's why.
We're a lot like Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Double the Jesus.
What did this person say to me yesterday? It really hurt my feelings nicely. It was really kind of made me feel like shit. He said, every few months I look at the podcast on YouTube and your hair / skin / face are somehow looking worse each time. That was nice. That made me feel good. I know how bad I look in football season. I need to get out of football season, maybe lose a few pounds. I did lose 7 pounds in the last 48 hours, if anyone wants to give me credit for that.
You got tapeworm?
I didn't eat. I haven't eaten anything.
Oh.
You guys should have known I was sick. Remember when we ordered dinner on Sunday and I didn't get any?
That actually was a dead giveaway.
That was the moment.
I should have known that. I was thinking, like, what's going on?
Two things. One is I didn't put any.
I thought you were like,
I didn't have any Lucy's
pissed
in.
off.
I didn't have any Lucy's in, and I didn't eat dinner. It's like, all right, something's wrong with him. Yeah.
yeah. I actually was actively thinking, like, what is going on?
And I had a good gambling day, so it wasn't even that. It was I just started feeling like shit and was very sick.
You know
All
what
right.
though? That just means that you've got a head start on Super Bowl abs.
Yeah, that's
Super
true.
Bowl abs. We're
I'm
getting
ready
into
to
it.
go.
Right?
I had
Yeah.
one more FAQ.
Okay, what is
Sup, PMT boys? First time caller, long time listener. Question for
It's
Hank.
not calls, it's
Have you ever
text
thought of
submissions, so
maybe
that's
trying to
fucking
guess the
stupid.
lottery ball number correctly? I'll hang up and listen.
Yeah, right now. 5.
I didn't say numbers yet. That's a false start. That's a false start.
You're a bad person.
That's
I have
you're
I have a
bad
question
person.
too.
Oh, okay.
Hey, big fan here. Just wondering if Hank has ever gotten the lottery ball. I'm sure a lot goes on behind the scenes, and he would for sure have gotten it once, right?
Oh wow.
Who's
Memes.
that from, Jake?
Memes actually just sent this one to me. Hey, Dad Cat, not a drug guy, PFT, and Batgirl.
Memes.
I always guess
Fucking
along with you guys
memes.
for the lottery ball machine, and have to say I don't think Hank has ever guessed it right. If Hank hasn't guessed the lottery ball, how long do you guys think it will take for him to get it right? If he hasn't already, I don't think he's going to get it, but I call lottery ball 68. This person called lottery
What's
ball
up, Billy?
68.
Can we do that same game we do with Biz and Wit like every time we do it?
No, I mean, we're already doing it with Hank.
I got $5,000 on the table for Hank.
Yeah, we will after January 1st. We can start
Okay.
doing that.
Billy, if you want to make like an arrangement with somebody else in this room, that's fine.
No, what we'll start doing, which will actually be very fun, is what we should start doing is, Hank, are you okay? Is there an issue here? What we should start doing is we should do every episode $5 in a pot.
And then it gets
So then
hot,
it keeps growing,
stacking.
and then like it's
That-
awesome
that
if
would be
someone gets
sick.
it after a long time.
What's the matter, Hank?
Nothing.
Your noises that you're making right now tell me that you're consternated over something.
All right, numbers 5.
17.
18, and Sebastian has 76. He's been changing every
34.
time.
Nate Natolius. Nick is tweeting.
What is Sebastian's number?
76.
PFT, what do you want?
34.
Oh, I took 17.
Oh, you took 17. All right, I got 5.
20.
34?
34. Come on.
Oh, man. Ooh. 14? Is it 14?
Solid end in a 4.
14.
I played
So
roulette
close.
last night on stream.
Same.
And
Guess 17. Put $100 down every time. Lost 2,500.
Oh my god.
Love you guys.
Camels used to roam North America.